out to you gentlemen here on Sabado, Saturday night, Sabado Noche. Shout out to you guys being here. I appreciate you guys being here. We got a great topic tonight. One of the things that has always been a foundation of manhood is providing, protecting, problem solving, and penis. Those are the four foundations of manhood. If you are a man in a relationship, whether you're married or not married, you're expected to provide, protect, problem solve, as well as the penis, the intimacy. Well, at the end of the day, a lot of us are finding that in the United States, as well as UK and other countries, well, in the West, that you are not being appreciated for being that problem solver, provider, protector, and even the penis. We're going to talk about that one of the reasons why men are not dating in the United States, but also relocating from the United States, is because of the lack of respect and appreciation. Many of you are realizing that dating in the United States is becoming more of a scam than a long-term responsibility or relationship that you can build on top of. You're starting to realize that based on statistics, 30% of all dates, women only go on foodie dates, meaning that they go out with you, not appreciate you, go to have sex with another man, and yet you're left with the bill. 30% of you in the United States. Therefore, many men are starting to realize it is not worth the squeeze, as some of you would say. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to look at some videos. We're going to hear from the Average Man Unplugged. We're going to hear from Corey Holcomb, as well as other YouTubers and content creators regarding the fact that come to the reality, guys. Let's come to a reality. There are several reasons why men are not being appreciated in relationships in the United States. Thank you, Mrs. Spence. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. She brought me my bottle of water. Shout out to you guys in here this evening in regards to this topic, because this is a serious topic. There are men that are amazing husbands, many amazing husbands, amazing wives, having great families that are built and established the foundation of the United States and keeps it going. And we appreciate you and all that you do. But there are husbands as well as single men that are not being appreciated. Many of you single men, you're being treated wrong and you're being used for your money. Many of you husbands are being used for your money, and yet they're giving their time, their energy, and in some cases their monies to another man. We're going to look at a story that many of us know about when it comes to Steph Curry and his wife, as well as his father. These are men who are extremely successful, and no matter how successful they are unappreciated. And this is one of the reasons why men are relocating to other countries. But before we get started, let's sit back and turn some music on. Let's enjoy this live stream. Shout out to all you guys that are here this evening. Appreciate you guys. We got 27 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure that you like us too. Shout out to you being here, guys. Shout out to you being here. Let's get some music going. Oh, yeah, some old school music. Yeah, it's an old school beat going. Let's get ready to get these shout outs in. Shout out to all you guys that are here. First one in the building is my man, Will the Thrill. Those Ohio players. Shout out to all you truck drivers out there that are leading the way in the United States. I was talking to a brother the other day I did a consultation with, and I informed him how much I appreciate truck drivers, train engineers, and those of you that work on the docks or work on the ships that bring in the products into the countries in which we all call home. If it wasn't for you guys and ladies that are truck drivers as well, we would not have a country called the United States. It'd just be a bunch of states, but we would not be united. Shout out to you truck drivers. Will says this. He said, good evening, Andre and Andrea and chat family, because chat lives matter. He said, high five the like. Yes, sir. High five the like, support black male media. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for the super chats, as well as the cash chaps supporting black male media. He said, this evening is going to be another epic show. Yes, we're going to watch some videos and we're going to give some commentary, some honest commentary. in regards to, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth spending your money during an inflationary time period in the United States when it comes to dating and mating? Mating with many modern men, and I'm going to say this is a disclaimer. We're not talking about all women in the United States. We're talking about the modernized women that will not show appreciation to you, and they the same ones that'll tell you, I never asked you to do that for me. We're talking about those ladies. We're talking about the 30% of ladies that are going out on dates knowing that they care nothing about the man. We're talking about those ladies. There are a lot of other great women in the West to marry and be in relationships with. There are many great marriages that are taking place in the West right now. And there are a lot of people that are enjoying their single life in the West right now. But it's so few and far between who to know and who to trust. Is it really worth staying there, or at least dating there while you're there? So shout out to my man, Will of Thrill. He says, thought of the day, what knowledge did you share today? What knowledge did you share today? That's the thought of the day that Will is asking all of us. I'm always sharing different thoughts. That's my calling. My Will, shout out to Will also for providing for another brother to be a member. Shout out to you for gifting a membership to someone. Continue to give memberships to each other, guys. Shout out to you. Mr. Anderson is in the building. Shout out to you, kind sir. Salute to the chat. Andre, another great night, fellas. Oh, we got a good one tonight. Like I say, shout out to my man, Average Man Unplugged. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. I'm going to be dropping the link. Shout out to Corey Holcomb 5150. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. Really good channel. Shout out to my man, once again, Black Nubian, who's always here, them Canadian boys.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada's in the building. Shout out to them Toronto players. And all over from Vancouver all the way to Quebec. Shout out to all you Canadian boys. We got my homeboy, my family, my friend, my brother that I love so much, Sean D. Upshaw, in the building.
You better back the fuck up out my face, goddammit. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Don't play with me.
Don't play with that, man. He's from Detroit, Michigan. You know how us Detroit brothers act. You know how we get in Detroit. We can't help it. That's how we are. Shout out to Sean D being in the building. Appreciate you, brother. This is a great stream. And remember, this live stream, this particular episode is about men coming to a reality. Is the juice worth the squeeze? No matter how successful we're seeing men become over the last 30 years, no matter what you do, you could be as faithful as Steph Curry. You could be as famous as Steph Curry. You can have the records, the accolades, and the money of Steph Curry, and yet and still you go unappreciated and disrespected in every turn. So is it worth staying there for the modern woman? And if you're going to be there, why are men still dating the modern woman? Well, there's so many other good women in the United States today. So we're going to talk about that as well. Shout out to my man, Victory Asher in the building. Victory is down here in Cali right now, hanging out in Cali. Shout out to you. We got Chopper. What the? I must be doing something. Man, I wish I had my Chopper Pie hat on me right now. I got it sit right up there too, man. Goodness gracious, I wish I had my Chopper Pie TV hat on. Hey, Chopper Pie, do me a favor. Drop the link to your YouTube channel so we all can subscribe to your channel. We got a brother that lived in DR for the longest. I'm talking about this brother did it when he was under 30, like Austin Holloman. Went to school, finished off his education while he was traveling across countries. Moved to Brazil and been there for a few years. So if you want information in regards to living in Brazil as well as living in DR and doing it, he did it basically under 30 years old. Make sure you guys check out Chopper Pie TV, man. I'm telling you, he's a good dude, man. That's my boy right there. We got my namesake in the building right now, ladies and gentlemen. Andre of the Thomas family, of the Thomas clan. Good folk. Good folk right there. He say best. I think I meant to say blessings and good night. Shout out to you, namesake Dre in the building. Jalupe in the building, officially he a member. Shout out to you, brother, for your membership. Shout out to you. Got 35 in the building. Click that like button. Click that like button. I like you. Make sure you like us too, because we already know when you click that like button.
Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth, oh yeah.
Pineapple juice on ice. That's what I'm talking about. Black empowerment in the building. Black empowerment. No, Black Empowerment 101. Oh, I don't know where I got that man from. Black Empowerment 101 in the building. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let's get it out of the way. One of the reasons I appreciate you guys is because I appreciate us passport holders and passport users. Appreciate all you guys out there that realize, you know what? Let me not just have a passport. Let me use it. See what these passport bros and expats, blue book gentlemen, all these guys are talking about what's going on in these other countries. Let me find out for myself, such as my man LJ, the Southern Vegan. Shout out to you, brother. Salute to you, kind sir, as well. This is going to be a good one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not going to take too long with the intros. We got E-Man in the building. Shout out to you, brother. I'm stingy. Oh, I hit the wrong one, but I got the right one right here. Shout out to man E-Man right there. Want to get that man to the applause. But since I hit that drop, that's a good point with that drop. There's a lot of women that are in relationships that when it comes to their husband,
I do not give it up easily.
She don't give it up that easy. When it comes to a boyfriend,
I'm stingy. I'm stingy with the puss. I do not give it up easily.
When it comes to you going out on a date with her,
I'm stingy. I'm stingy with the puss. I do not give it up easily.
When it comes to when she sat up there and she said she was on her way and yet she never showed up, is because
I'm stingy. I'm stingy with the puss. I do not give it up easily.
But at the end of the day, Jody, Sport Coat, Dexter St. Jock, and all the other dudes can get her own call. Take it from me. I've been Jody, Sport Coat, and Dexter St. Jock many a day after you guys have went out on a date with her. My man Big Pitt in the building. He said, sorry I'm late, but I'm here. I am. I's here. Shout out to my man Big Pitt being in the building. Shout out to you, brother. And for man, I must really be doing something right. We got for profit store in the building as well. Mad Villainy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Mad Villainy. Give us a real YouTube name. That's what I'm talking about. If you're going to have a YouTube name, have a real one. Mad Villainy. He said, just because I'm Reese. Oh, you changed. Hey, let me find out you changed your name. Shout out to you. He said, I want that song. He said, I got a passport. Hey, man, I got somebody doing a remix of that song, man. I came across that song about a year ago. And I am going to, I can't play the whole song because it'll be demonetized and copyright strikes and all that stuff going on. But the passport song it's been around for a while, man. It's been around. Let me see if I can pull that passport song up. No, I can't even play it. I can't even play a portion of it. I could do it as a reaction. I could do it as a reaction video. Let's see if I can. No, it won't let me because I've done that. One thing that's hard to do is do a reaction to music on YouTube. They always give you either a strike or a warning when it comes to doing a reaction to music. Shout out to my man Keith and King. Salute in the building of the Jenkins family, kind sir. Glad that you're here. As well as my man Barry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ain't worth a suit, sweat, stream. Yes, sir. Barry says, he said, I promise you this stress. Yes, sir. I promise you. That's so true. My favorite Bible name of all time, other than Jesus himself, Uriah, in the building with the $10 super sticker. I still got to get your information over to you, Uriah. I haven't forgotten. It's been a long day. I had to drop a brother off at the air. No excuses. I got you. Salute to you, Dre. Salute to all the good people in the chat. Chat lives matter. Chat lives matter. Like, share, and subscribe. Support Black Male Media. Shout out to you guys that are showing the support, showing the love today. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. Chopper Par says, cheers to all expats. Yes, sir. Let's bring that Passport Bro song back.
Can't you see I got a passport? I got a passport. Hey, I got a passport. I got a passport.
Yeah, got a passport. Let me, you know what? Let me see something. Let me see something. Maybe I might be able to pull off the passport song. There you go. Let me turn my music down. We're going to listen to, you guys are going to get a chance to listen to at least a portion of it. Let me turn my music down. I'm going to end up changing it anyway. So there we go. So this is the passport song that you guys often hear me play. So we're going to break this song up into part. Let's see if we can get away with it. Out, but at least you guys got a chance to hear the whole passport anthem song. Let me turn that off. So you guys got a chance to hear that whole song. Yeah, that's definitely a toner. So I got somebody that's actually, this is what I've been working on behind the scenes for about a year. I've been trying to get somebody that could actually edit this, create a version of this for the new theme of the YouTube intro. Can y'all imagine that intro that I have already, the video with Tupac and all them, and then having this song playing in the background? Oh man, you'd be feeling like,
Can't you see I got a passport? I got a passport. Hey, I got a passport. I got a passport.
he said, the Ultimate Warrior in the building. Shout out to you, brother. He said, I went up. He said, I was upset when they didn't stamp my passport when I went to Jamaica. He said, they just scanned my face on the machine. Man, that's the one thing that I'm not looking forward to. I won't even lie. The face scanner is cool. It saves time. That's true. But I'm with you because you don't get that stamp. That stamp has history. That stamp is your receipt of I went there. You know, you show your family, your friends, your kids, the stamps. You open up your passport book and you can prove to others, man, I went there. I went to that place. That I remember when I was in Cuba, and they ask you, sometimes they ask you as an American, do you want the stamp? You know, do you want to put this on your passport? I was like, are you crazy? A, I don't live in the States. B, I got plenty of friends from the States that have been back and forth to Cuba with a stamp on it. No issues. I say, and C, I want my history to show that I came to this island of Cuba and had a great time. They were wonderful people. Shout out to Cuba. I kid you not. One of the safest places, craziest part, one of the safest places that you can feel is in Cuba. They are very, very nice ladies. I mean, men and ladies. He said, total scam. No in hell I would. talking about dating and relationships with modern women. Let's get ready to get started. We've been talking about this for 23 minutes. Shout out to Kenny People. He was the one that basically sent me the video of Average Man Unplugged. And I kind of like clipped it, put it together with some other videos. And so shout out to you. Yes, I got a passport. Yes, sir.
Can't you see I got a passport? I got a passport. Hey, I got a passport. I got a passport.
So now y'all know where I got that from. And as soon as we get done with the live stream, I'm going to be clipping that part out immediately. Yeah, immediately. Shout out to my man down in the building also, and my man Ransom in the building. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. It's buenas noches now. It's nighttime. Buenas tardes like the afternoon until the sun goes down. But shout out to you, mi amigo. He say, I don't want you to get copyrighted at all. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to happen. But I got somebody trying to do a remix of that for me, but keep that 70s sound. That's what I wanted, that 70s sound with that guitar. That's what I wanted. I want to keep that. Shout out to my man Jeff in the building. Man, I must be doing something right, man. He say, Kenya has 50-50 divorce. Their divorce, their Supreme Court ruled that ruled to take that law away. Wow, that's different. Space and places out there. Shout out to you, brother, being in the building as well. He said, I'm too afraid to even lay with one in the United States, one of the modern women, for fear of getting one pregnant. If you don't preach, he said, monk mode, no fap, no fapping. He said, no cap for now. Shout out to you, brother. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you guys who want to relocate to other countries, brothers, wrap it up if you're going to be with somebody in the States. You UK brothers, you Canadian brothers, this is so serious. The last thing you need to do is pull a Robert De Niro. Come on, Al Pacino. What do I mean? These dudes in their 70s and getting women pregnant. Last thing you need is 5 years before you get ready to leave. You told yourself in 2027, I'm out of here. You've been making plans, getting your trip in order. And the last thing you need is to get one of those sisters, the lovely ladies of the community, pregnant. And you're a good man. See, if you Jody or Sport Coat or Pookie with a passport, you get her pregnant. You've been leaving women for the longest, so it ain't no big deal for you. You gone. I'm not talking to you. Excuse me. But I am talking to the good men out there. If you're a good man, you know that if you get that girl pregnant, you're going to stay in the States and take care of your son, your newborn daughter. You're going to take care of them twins that she had for you. You know you ain't going nowhere. You're just going to be a vacationer to DR from now on and not living in DR from now on. At least for the next 20 years until those kids get grown, because you're a good dude. So, man, wrap it up. Do not be getting them females in the States pregnant. Dude, I don't care how good the coochie look. I know it's some women that got some pretty honey. But that don't mean that you need to be out there getting ladies pregnant, knowing that you plan on leaving the States because you got...
Can't you see I got a passport? I got a passport. Hey, I got a passport. I got a passport.
Shout out to you guys. Yes, sir. He said they passed the mandatory draft looking to get the women too. Oh, man. So I know it passed in the House, but I wasn't sure if it passed in the Senate. Wow. He said Toon Knight, he said this, the Toon Knight, he says monk mode and no fap will turn you into Neo. That's true. That's true. Take it from me. That's how I was. Then you will exit the matrix. So true. So true. Because at that time period now, you look at women with a different light in the States. You take your, like I said, we're not saying don't have sex. A lot of guys take monk mode and think that we're saying don't have any sex. We're saying take your sex life outside of the States. But Dre, if I had to sacrifice, it's part of called sacrifice. And we men, we're built for sacrifice. It means that if you want a big booty, go to DR, go to Africa, go to Colombia, go wherever, go to Mexico, go somewhere else. But as far as giving your seed and busting it on the face of somebody in the States, nah, them days over. Them days over. Because you don't want to get caught up in an emotional connection with somebody in the States, that female in the States. You don't want her to feel like she got a chance to distract you from your goal of relocating to another country. You stacking your money. One of the things that makes it so frustrating for men in the United States when it comes to dating. A lot of reasons why guys aren't dating in the States is not because there's no sexy women. It's not because you can't get sex. We all know you can get sex in the United States if you can't get nothing. I know homeless dudes that can knock women out, sleeping on her couch right now. But it is getting so expensive to go on a date in the States and not even know that if she's truly interested in you for a long-term relationship, if she's interested in you for a night of intimacy, you guesstimating and the price of dating is going up. I could see if you was dating in the States and it was a coffee date, smoothie date, like they do in Europe. Europe has something called walk in the park date or walking date where you literally just go for a walk. You just walking for 45 minutes to an hour. You and the hot chick just walking, getting to know each other. In Europe, you can look it up. It's called walking dates. In the United States, them heifers ain't gonna walk into the restaurant. Least long walk on a real walking date. Them chicks obese that y'all deal. 70% of women in the United States consider overweight. They ain't walking, bruh. They eating. And the eating is getting more and more expensive. And why are you wasting your money and your seed or your intimacy, in other words, in a country where women will tell you, I had a good time. Thank you. Thank you for the meal. That was good. Oh, we're going to have a date number 2. Again? You mean I can eat 45 oysters this time? I don't do Cheesecake Factory. You got to take me to Ruth Chris. Yeah. This is delicious what we just had. Can we come back here again? It's easy to say that when they hand the bill to you and the bill is $250, $300 now when it used to be like $50, $60. You dudes, dating is expensive in the States. Even for you dudes that got the money. I'll say it again. Dating is expensive in the States, even for you dudes that can pay the bill with ease. You ain't getting the coochie that night. Why? Because she was driving home giving it to me. Oh, you must have thought that she really had to go to work in the morning. Oh, that's what you thought? No, bruh. When she left the Cheesecake Factory, she was coming to smear that cheesecake. That was the one that she taking home, because you know the Cheesecake Factory had like all the cheesecakes right by the door when you get ready to walk out. And so I want that cheesecake. And you get her the lemon meringue. You know why she got the lemon meringue cheesecake? Because that was my favorite. And she brought it to my spot and smeared it all over me. And I watched her lick it off. Yeah, she was licking it all off after you just finished paying whatever amount for a date. So even if you could economically, let's put it like this, even though you could pay the cost, you gonna end up paying the price also. You're gonna pay the price at the end of the day. You can afford the cost, but you're gonna end up paying the price. Because every time you take her on a date, bruh, she coming back to me. She coming back to dudes like I used to be. I'm telling y'all, bruh, I'm telling y'all, they will come back and tell me step by step what the date was about. And I know it's a lot of you dudes in the comment section, right? Like, okay, here we go. Put a 1 in the comment section if you ever had a female come from a date with another dude and she come to your spot. Put a 1 in the comment section. If you ever had a female come from a meal, a snack, I don't care if she came from Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner over his family house, put a 1 in the comment section. If you ever had a chick come from another man spending money and she done came over your house and you done had your way with the lady of the evening. I know. Thank you, gentlemen. I know I'm not the only one. I know I ain't the only one. At least when you use your passport and you're wise about it, most of the women in other countries, they appreciate what you're going to be doing and they're respecting what you're doing. But in the States, man, them days of appreciation and respecting you as a man, for many women, not all women, I'm going to say this again, not all women, but many women. My man David Dice says at least 10 times. No, that was a for profit. For profits at least 10 times in my life. They will call me from the parking lot. Why they looking at you pull off in your car, she pulling off in her car. What you up to? I'm on my way over your house. I thought you was on a date. It's over. And I'm bringing the cheesecake. You bringing the cheesecake? I am bringing the cheesecake. The front door will be unlocked for you, madame. In the States, man, it's so easy to get your date in somebody else's bed. What's tonight episode all about? The fact that you guys have to come to the reality. The dating field in many areas has changed. Not for all women. Like I said, there are still some amazing women in all of our countries. UK, Canada, United States, Australia. There's some amazing women. So we can't put all women in the same category. But I tell you this, there's enough women that's going around tonight. Some dude, what time is it? It's about 9:30. I mean, it's going on 10 o'clock where you guys are. Eastern. You better believe the restaurants have closed, haven't they? You better believe she either left a bar. How many guys have smashed a dude, smashed a female when the other dude paid for all the drinks at the bar? And she come over to your house, pissy drunk. Talking about, I'm ready to do anal for the first time. I thought you said you don't do anal. Boy, if you don't get over here and get this booty, I didn't pay for none of them drinks. Y'all got her drunk at the club. And when she left, guess what she came to? My crib. Y'all know I got story time. Tampa, Florida. Chick from San Diego, she's a nurse, goes out on a date with a dude. Dude takes her out for drinks, take her out to dinner. She pissy drunk. Where does she drive? To his house? No. She drives to your boy, Bradenton, Florida. I mean, yeah, I was in Brandon, Florida at that time, right? Outside of Tampa. Drives to my little crib. We get it in. She thinks she gonna stay the night. You got Dre toe up, girl. I ain't that dude. You ain't staying the night. I got somebody else coming over in the morning. She like, I'm drunk. I can't. I say, you know what? You got to go. I ain't asked you to come over here. First of all, you came over here from another man's date, and another man, that man should have been the one that got you, but I got you. I said, okay, cool. Do you know she didn't even make it out my parking lot? Police just so happened to be driving by when she pulled out. They pulled her over, locked her ass up. Now, a lot of people say, Dre, you was wrong. You shouldn't have sent her out there drunk. Was I wrong? Maybe. I think I was wrong. Looking back in hindsight, I could have been wrong for sending her out there driving and drunk. But was she wrong for even being in my house? She should have been at the house of the dude that paid for the drinks and the dinner, shouldn't she? He'd have let us stay overnight, wouldn't he? Andre? I was the jump off. Jump offs don't have no morals. What you think I'm supposed to have a conscience? Jump offs don't have no conscience. Wait a minute, I was the boy toy. Boy toys do not have consciences. We do not care. Anybody that's ever been a boy toy, we don't be sitting around with our morals and our Bible in hand. Am I lying? Y'all dudes do not realize it. Y'all paying. And this is when dating was not as expensive as it is now. That's why I'm like, you dudes are paying $200-300 for a date, and she coming over to another dude's crib afterwards to get her back broke in. And if you think it ain't happened to your date, yes, it has, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, it is so. And plus, now women feel feel liberated. They feel that sexual. See, when I was doing it, it wasn't even that sexual liberation. Now they feel sexually liberated to disrespect you. So it's easy to drive over a boy toy house now. Man, yeah, all you do that's in denial. Okay, the Nile is a river in Egypt. Let's get ready to get started. Get started with the video. Let me hit the super chats. Make sure I hit everybody. My man, the new Black Panther. Yes, sir. He said, my 22-year-old wants to come to Colombia with me in September. That's a good time to come. He said, but I'm worried about his safety. Any advice? You shouldn't. You shouldn't worry about his safety. Okay, he's 22 years old. He coming for the ladies. Keep him away from the ladies in the streets. This true advice. If I was his uncle, if I was your brother, boy, keep away from the ladies in the streets. I don't care if they go to the clock tower in Cartagena. I don't care if they sitting back in their meeting in a park. Do not be in the streets, boy. I'm going to take you where you can get you some coochie. You got 3 places where you can get you some coochie in Colombia and you safe. 3. This is what I would say in all sincerity. If I'm his uncle, first thing I would say, meeting a woman organically. Cool woman. You met her at her job. You met her in the mall. She was one of the police officers, security guard, females in the mall, and your son met her. Cool. Or she worked in a pharmacy, or she was working at the Dairy Queen, or whatever it may be. Organically. Number 1. Numero 2. Strip club. Boy, 22 years old. Take that boy to the strip club. Most strip clubs are not built like the United States. You don't throw money up there. The strip club is for the ladies to just shake it so you can purchase it. Most strip clubs either got a hotel connected to it or it's got a hotel across the street that's got security and everything. Strip club. Numero 3 is brothels. That's my fave if it were me. Brothels, the women have to get their bodies checked out by law every 6 months. Brothels have showers. Brothels have the price sitting up there so he can't get scammed on prices. Brothels, you could choose 2, 3, 4, 10 at the same time. Don't matter. You already know the price. Brothels, you can come back again the next day or whatever you want to do. A pay for play, you might not see her again the next day. But brothels, she right there. She at work. Like I say, you shower, you come out smelling good. Speaking of smelling good, today's cologne is a rose oud, which is Martine rose oud. Not every man can pull off rose oud. You got to be a man that's just confident in yourself to pull off oud, because we all know oud is a Middle Eastern, like you smell like a chic type of smell. You smell like you in Dubai or Qatar, you know, and then you got the rose in it. This projects. I'm not even supposed to be wearing this at night, but I was like, forget it. I'm in the mood for some rose oud. So Martine rose oud. That's the cologne of the night that I'm wearing. Really nice rose oud. They make really nice collection of colognes, not just oud colognes. Martine. Or is it Martine Martin? It's Martine Martin. My bad. Martine Martin. That's what I would do. Because I know he coming down for the not now. If he one of those dudes that's coming down for the tourism, he want to hang out, go to a couple of clubs, party, so forth and so forth. But keep that boy away from street pay for play. Keep him away. I don't care how many YouTube videos he's seen. I don't care. Keep him away from Tinder. Do not let that boy be down here swiping. Do not, Dad. Let that young man be down here swiping left, swiping right. No, this is not the country for that. But Dad, online, But on YouTube, they said, damn what them other YouTubers talking about in regards to, I have the secret sauce of swiping. There's YouTubers out there that will sit up there and try to tell us grown men, see, the reason why those other guys got drugged, because they didn't have the secret sauce of swiping. I've got the secret swipe sauce. That's why I know how to swipe right, swipe left. No, don't even gamble that boy like that. Don't gamble yourselves like that. That's what I would do. Safe places. Meet organic women. I'm going to the strip club or I'm going to a brothel. And my favorite is always going to be the brothel because, like I said, the prices are there. They got a shower. They have to get their bodies examined every 6 months, and you can pick as many as you want. Brothels are usually set up for all you guys that have been to Colombia before. You can tell that I'm telling the truth. Just like Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan when they were in Rush Hour, I think it was 2, and they were in Thailand, I believe, and they opened up the door and all the lovely ladies was there. That's the exact same thing that they do in Colombia. Am I lying? I have not been to a strip club or a brothel in Colombia. Now during my single days. I haven't been there since I was married, but actually I went one time. I'll tell you guys that story since I've been married, but it was me and Ace looking for some directions. We probably did like 3 minutes. And so, but when you go to a brothel in Colombia, they line all the ladies up. You're introduced to every one of the ladies, every single one. We used to just be doing brothel tours sometimes. We ain't about to buy nothing. Some of us brothers was like bored, like, hey, man, we just left one brothel. We say, man, you know what, 3 more brothels around here? Well, let's just check them out. We ain't about to do nothing, but let's check out their wear. And so we be walking around Medellin, in the area, maybe 3 more brothels, and we just check out the brothels and check out the ladies. All of them do the same thing. They line the ladies up. Strip clubs do that too. Many strip clubs line the ladies up and let you make the choice. I want her, and I want her, and I come back for her. That's how it is. Like the Bunny Ranch in California, in Vegas. That's what I would do. I want that young man to enjoy himself, but my favorite will be the brothels if he's not doing it organically. I would want him to meet somebody organically, enjoy his trip organically. But that swiping left, swiping right, no. I ain't even called for. I'm going on Latin Cupid, Colombian Cupid. No, hell no. At 22, coming to Colombia is good, but another thing, if I was 22 coming to Colombia, I'm losing my dad. Dad gonna be like, my son is missing. Dad, I ain't never going back to the States. I ain't never going back. You can't get me on that plane. Dad, we're doing video chats from now on. I'm not leaving this continent. 22 years old, man, you have to drag me back on the plane leaving South America. You got Brazilians walk around here. You got an Asian population that's growing in Medellin and in Bogota, and also Cali. A large Asian population is growing now. Man, listen. You got Venezuelans walking around, man, at 22. You're such a good dad. I appreciate you. Shout out to you and your son. Shout out to you and your son. I won't even lie about that one. Officially, Kobe says this. Shout out to Kobe being in the building. He said, a chick comes to see me in Cartagena before her sugar daddy. How many times have we seen that one in Colombia? Just like the States. All of us recognize this. Hey, baby. Hola, papi. Necesito dinero. Sí, listo, sí. Western Union. Mi amor, amor mío, amor mío. Mi amor. Sí. And next thing you know, you at Western Union online, sending another $300. You the sugar daddy. But you ain't getting no sugar. He ain't lying. He is not lying. In Colombia, yeah, that is very well known. If you, let me put it like this, and I'll be honest. If you're not making regular trips to these countries, like I know some dudes that say, I got a girlfriend in Thailand. How many times you been there in the last 2 years? One time. Bruh, that's not your girl. That's your turn. That's just your turn, bruh. Let's stop lying to each other. Can we be real, guys, in all sincerity? Here in Colombia, it's the same thing. If you only come to Colombia twice a year, that's not your girl. That's your turn. Reason why Andrea and I were able to solidify a relationship, because I remember I always tell you I was always down here. All my vacation time went around holidays. If I wanted to have a relationship in Colombia, I couldn't be in the States on 4th of July. The States on 4th of July. I couldn't be on the States on Thanksgiving. Being in the States on Thanksgiving. Anything, President's Day, Martin Luther King. I'm out the country. I'm taking one of my vacation days and adding, or two of my vacation days and adding it to that holiday. Christmas, psh, I ain't no kid. I don't need no toys. I'm out. Christmas, I'm in Colombia. So I'm making 6-7 trips a year. What are you doing? And each one of the trips like 4 days, 5 days. So we get to not only do FaceTime, but we were solidifying our relationship. But you dudes that only come down to Colombia like 2 times a year, you talking about that's your girl, bro, that's your turn. I hate to break your heart, man. Somebody is smashing the life out your girl. Your girl having orgasms where she can't breathe no more. I can't. Your girl having orgasms so hard that she's speaking Japanese. And she Colombian. That's not your girl. That's your turn. I don't care what Andre say. I'm telling you, bro, when these cameras go off, when this camera go off, okay, you can keep on lying to yourself. I told you like the other day, Ray Parker Jr., a woman needs love just like you do. Don't fool yourself into thinking that she don't. She will fool around just like you do. With you or without you, just like you do. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, he ain't never lied. Sugar daddy and Cartagena. The sugar daddy alert. Y'all be swearing them, y'all women. Or hey, here we go, official Kobe. Kobe, here's the other lie they tell themselves. I know she paid for play. I'm just paying for retainer. You ever heard? Oh, y'all ain't heard that one? Where dudes will sit back and pay for play in advance. So when I come, I don't have to pay. So I pay her every month while I'm gone. So I pay retainer. So when I come, I ain't got to pay nothing. Can't nobody hit it but me when I come. You know how many fools she got on retainer like you? If you sending $300 a month for retainer, you know how many other guys are sending retainer money? I like what Charles said. Charles, my man, Charles, when he comes in here, Charles said these women are nothing but timeshares. They're just timeshares, man. You just paying for your turn. Retainer. I've heard that one, boy. I'm just she ain't my girl. I'm just paying for retainer. So when I come to town, can't nobody hit. Fool, stop it. Ultimate Warrior, once again, he says 2 days in the city equals a round trip flight. Facts. He said, why even waste my money and time? Why waste it? Why lie to yourself? She's different in the States. Yeah, there are some that are different, but man, it takes you like, some of us will go through $3,000 in dates in 2 months in order to find somebody that's decent to deal with. Let's look at dating from the economic point of view. In all sincerity, I mean it, no joke. I'm going to come back to you in a second. You know how expensive it is for some of us to date in the States before you find your next girlfriend? Some of us don't even realize that you have gone through almost $7,000 to $15,000 in date money over a 2 to 3 year period before you found your latest girlfriend. We don't think about that. We just think about it in like $80 clips, $100 clips, a $50 clip. You know, this date was $50. That date was $80. Oh, her birthday. This one was like $350. Oh, you know, this and that. So, you know, the little coffee days. That adds, dude, if you ain't had no solidified relationship in about 2 or 3 years, because you just kind of like trying to find the right one, You can burn through $15,000 easy in the dating scene. I don't think some of y'all realize how expensive dating is before you even find your next girlfriend or find your wife or find your next jump off. To where y'all ain't really serious, y'all just in a situationship. So when we say that's expensive, bruh, some of y'all don't realize y'all burn. It's easy to burn through 15,000 in 2 years if you really out there dating for real. Some of y'all think that y'all only burn through $100. Y'all treat dating like, man, it only cost me about $100, $150. No, it didn't. It cost you way more than that. Way more than that, man. Please, ain't no way in, bruh. There is no way in hell I'll be dating in the States. Y'all crazy. Not because there's not any good women. I'm not saying that. But it's just too damn expensive for a what if. I'm going to say that again. It's too expensive for a what if. For most of us, it takes us 1, 2, 3 years to find somebody that we really want to get to know. Am I lying? You don't break up with one chick and then in 15 days you done found you another chick only 3 dates later. No, usually when we go through a breakup, it usually takes us 2 or 3 years. We might be smashing chicks in between, but it usually takes us 2 or 3 years to find somebody that we really, really like and that we want to settle down with. Between that time, look how much money that you burned since the last relationship you were in and then the one you finally found 2 or 3 years later. You know how much money you went through? Some of y'all don't think about that. Man, please, whatever. I'm taking my intimacy outside the United States where I can go to the best of the best restaurants, eateries, gastros, if you will, and you ain't got to go broke doing it. Me and Andrea just had a great breakfast this morning. One of our favorite breakfast spots. Great breakfast. I'm talking about you getting full. You rubbing your stomach after you get done eating there. $4 a piece. And that's inflation. $4, full meal. We had cocoa, you know, it was breakfast. No, babe, I'm good. Thank you very much, sexy boo. Sexy boo. She was asking me if I needed more water or anything. It's expensive, bro. I don't see how y'all do it. I'm not putting down guys that do it. But what I'm saying is, even if you can afford to do it in the States, they throwing the coochie around to everybody other than you, even if you pay for it. Everybody getting that coochie but you? And you paying for all these dates, even though you can afford it? Man, please. Please. So we're going to be talking about tonight the respect that men deserve. Shout out to you. My man Black Nubians in the building. Shout out to you, brother, for being here. Once again, them Canadian boys at it, like always.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, oh, Canada.
He said it is cheaper and more rewarding to travel to another country and date women that spend money taking a modern woman, and those are the women that we're talking about, guys, modern women, on 3 dates, hoping to smash. Like my favorite quote from Pablo Frescobar. Shout out to him and his YouTube channel. Pablo says this: my hoe is better than your wife. My pay for play in another country treats me better than your wife treats you in your home country. And a lot of dudes can't deny that. Pablo is so right. So right. A lot of dudes pay for play, treat them better, will cook for them, make sure that they have a drink, treat them, give them girlfriend treatment if they want that, better than your wife. Well, you paying her. Aren't you paying your wife? We all pay. I'm a husband and I know I'll pay. For all you guys that sit back and think because you're in a relationship that you ain't paying, we all pay. We just pay differently. Mine is called responsibility. Yours might be called luxury. The person that the lady that you paying for may be just a luxury to you. Mine, since I'm married, is called a responsibility. But we all paying. So don't sit back and think because you in a relationship or you met somebody special or you've been married 10 years, we all paying. And if you're not being respected and appreciated after all you're doing, man, please, there's dudes out there that got pay for play that treat them better than your wife does in the States, your modern wife. He's absolutely correct. Shout out to my man, Black Nubian. Kiwi Dog said this. He says, thanks for the advice, Andre. He said, looking forward to visiting Cali in August. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to all you guys coming down in August, man. It's going to be a bunch of us. We're going to be a bunch of us, man. We already got our sports bar set up, man. So I'm going to make sure I share that information regarding the spot that we're going to be in, man. Yeah, it's going to be a bunch of us really enjoying this celebration of the Afro-Colombian Festival from August 14th through August 19th. The Territorial Alvarez Festival. Yes, sir. Hope to see you there. You definitely will. Discerning Dash, sounds to you being in the building. He said, I'm actually excited and want to provide my Philippine girlfriend and to build our family. Shout out to you and the fam in the Philippines. Shout out to you. He said, but she's traditional, which we all enjoy, and knows her role as a feminine woman. That's how my wife is. Even though Andrea's got her degrees and Andrea, Scorpio with, you know how them Scorpios are. But at the end of the day, very traditional woman, yet she has her own goals, her own plans and everything else. And like I was just telling her a minute ago, none of this could work without her. None of the success that we're having as content creators, as well as our other ventures, could occur without her. And she informed your boy that she appreciates me because of several reasons, several things that I bring to the table in her life as well. And she broke down what they were. It's one thing for your woman to appreciate you. It's another thing for your woman to say that she appreciates you and tell you why. Give you a laundry list of why she appreciates you. I almost shed a tear. He said, a woman like that makes you want to provide. Absolutely correct. And that's why we're just talking about the modern women, Discerning Dash. That's a great point. There's a difference between providing for a traditional, appreciative, supportive, understanding woman and a woman that thinks that she's the prize and she doesn't have to show you any appreciation. And if she leaves you, oh well, or if she cheats on you, or if she wants to have an open relationship, Steph Curry, oh my bad, Steph. She doesn't know how to play her role. Do you not think that Michelle Obama had other dudes that she noticed that noticed her being attractive? Do you? No, I'm serious. A lot of times we think we get married, and especially we think famous people get married, and that they don't notice or are tempted to notice how attractive other people are. Michelle Obama sees attractive men as well, but she know how to play her position. She know how to sit down somewhere and be a first lady and beyond, and now they balling, and she know how to sit her butt down and enjoy her husband. There is no way in the world Steph Curry and his wife at this point in this man's career should be having an open relationship because of his wife, not because of him, but because of his wife. After all the temptation that this man goes through as an NBA basketball legend, ain't no record of out there Steph Curry out there just slinging it. All you ever hear Steph Curry want to do is take photos with his family. And what does his hot in the tail wife want to do? She want to have an open relationship so she could just slang that hot coochie everywhere. I keep trying to tell you dudes. When I was out there as a boy toy and I was dealing with wives, it will amaze you how successful many of the husbands were. I'm going to say this again. When I was a boy toy, when a lot of women was kind of like giving your boy proceeds, you could call me a amateur gigolo, if you will. But a lot of dudes were extremely successful. The husbands, they tell me about what their husband was doing, how many businesses they had, and how many kids they got together, and what side of the city they live in. And I'm like, dang, how many bedrooms their house is. And I know they're not lying. Why? Because they give your boy proceeds. And yet, a lot of those modern women that I was messing around with were not appreciating their husbands. They really won't. So I'm shout out to you, brother. My man said, I got me a traditional woman. My man Willow Thrill said, he said, not just for that. He said, this pays that much money and not even smashing. Yeah, dudes are paying it. You paying for all them drinks. Man, she got that popcorn in there smelling good. Andrea in there eating popcorn and watching the movie. I can smell the popcorn and the butter. And so this was like trying to quit smoking. Once you quit the fuckery, then you start to save money. That's true. That's true. Once you come to the reality that this is not working for you, it will amaze you how much money you guys will be stacking when you're not dating in the States. Now, some guys will come on this YouTube. If I had a panel, do you know it'd be 50 guys that will come on this panel and call me crazy? And yet, I live the receipts. And when these cameras go off, they got to go back to them same BS dates that I was just telling you about, where dudes like me used to smash their women after the date. They'll come on a panel and call me crazy and call you crazy. But when these cameras go off, they thinking like, oh, so that's what she be doing when she want to leave the date early. Yeah, that's what she doing. She coming over to Dexter St. Jock. Get her back blew out. Will also says this. Yeah, Will says he said the juice is not worth the squeeze. It is not. And Will also says this. Will says that a slut does not care who she gives it up to. They don't. A hoe fucks to get what she wants. A bitch fucks everybody but you. Y'all better write that one down. I wish he was lying. Why you guys always think I say cameras off? Because a lot of content creators say all type of crazy stuff when the cameras are on. I talk as if the cameras are literally off. Because once these cameras go off, now we're back in the real world. And in the real world, everything that Will just said is true in the real world. Statistically true in the real world. Some of you guys' experiences with women happen. Cameras off in the real world. Some of you dudes have smashed dudes' dates like I did in the real world. So when these cameras go off, that's how I always talk. I talk like as if these cameras were off and we were back in the real world. And in the real world, all the stuff that we're talking about tonight actually takes place. So that's why we say, dudes, you might want to do it. Like we're saying, you ain't got to join monk mode, but you might at least consider, do I want to continue spend my hard-earned proceeds? Even if you're retired, you worked for it. Do I want to spend my hard-earned proceeds on women that don't appreciate me? Let's get started with the video. Shout out to you guys in the building.
Taught me, unless I'm like a super millionaire, bro, which I will be, I would not be like one of them hardcore provider dude. Cause every one of them I seen was absolutely miserable, bro. I would literally be like a therapist up in there as a cashier, like a dude coming in with his family on like a Sunday. He want to be watching football on his one off day, but he get dragged out with them. Wife rocking Lululemons and Golden Goose sneaker and drive a Range Rover or Escalade. The wife and kids would go to get Starbucks, and every single time these dudes would complain to me about how much they hate their life, about how all they do is work all the time, their wife spend all their money, and how they basically got no freedom. Sometimes the combos would go deeper too, and they'd be like, bro, we live in check to check, we can barely even afford it. Meanwhile, his girl spending like $800, $1,000 at Target, bro, and finna go to Somerset Mall right after that. Bro, who will want that, bro? Now imagine if both of them worked, they would be able to afford that stuff easily. They could leave their kids with generational wealth. You know, the average black person passed down $0 in generational wealth. And we over here crying about, you know, who go pay bills, all this, all that. So your kids could either have generational wealth, had a way easier, like start off way ahead. But now they not. They gonna start off behind the curve because you wanted to be super provider, super dad, and your girl spending your kids' future college money at Lululemon. And you keep having to reverse mortgage your house so she can afford a Range Rover because she don't want to work. Now your kids don't have a paid off house they can sell. And you in tons of debt. You never gonna be able to retire, bro. You're cooked.
Corey
He's
Holcomb
absolutely
takes
correct.
aim at Steph Curry and his father, Del Curry, criticizing them for marrying women he labels as promiscuous. He then goes on to express his belief that there's nothing in America for black people.
Steph Curry and his father married whores. And now they're paying for it. If you know your woman is a whore, your money is not gonna put her together. Only thing gonna put her together is this motherfucking game I'm giving them. All you niggas who in love with whores, get counseling from me. I can help you prepare for the funky bitch and all that she gonna pull.
Now, before he goes any further, let's go back to what the young man was saying. The young man was saying it's difficult to be a man because in a modern era because you really aren't appreciated. You really aren't appreciated. Like he said, the one day that you have off, they're dragging you out to the mall to go shopping. You want to sit back and just relax for one day, but you don't get that. And if you don't go out with her and the kids, you going to get fussed at. So you take your butt on out there. And some guys want to go out and go shopping, no problem. But other guys want to watch the football game or the basketball game or baseball game or some hockey. They just want to relax. One day of winding down. But in the United States, we're taught to be go, 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 go gadgets. And now, back to Corey. I'm going to bring that beat back. But Corey's correct. Some of y'all in love with whores. Some of you want more whores, please. Y'all like Oliver Twist. More whores, please. You love you a good old-fashioned hoe. I'm serious. I'm not being facetious at all. Some of you dudes like hoes in the States. You like hoes in Japan. You like hoes in Thailand. You like hoes in Africa. All 54 continents. Some of you dudes are attracted. I'm not talking about pay for play. That's different. Pay for play is business transaction. I'm talking about a woman that you sit back and you claim that she a good woman, but deep down inside, you know that she's slinging that coochie. And you know, or she the type to sling that coochie eventually. You love whores. Yeah, you do. Steph Curry loved whores. His dad loved whores. Scottie Pippen loved whores. Anybody that's ever dated a Kardashian, Kanye West, and all the rest of them love whores. It's dudes out there. See, we try to make it seem like we're the victims all the time as men. No, not all the time. Sometimes we purposely know we about to walk into a dark room full of whores. And we purposely, knowing she ain't nothing. Your boys know she ain't right. Your mama knows she ain't right. Your ex-girlfriend was telling you she ain't right. But you think your ex-girlfriend is being jealous, but she just giving you some advice. Your co-workers know she ain't right. Your dog bark at her every time she come in the house. Your dog knows she ain't right. Your goldfish is swimming like it's crazy because your goldfish knows she's a whore. Don't bring her in here. Everybody knows she's a whore. You love her stinky ass draws. You love them. You love the fact that she gave me that crazy coochie. That coochie is from Houston, filled with all type of diseases, and you will still sleep with her raw. That coochie is from Houston, Texas, full of syphilis and all type of grimy diseases, and you will pull your condom off and you will still sleep with her. You know why? Because there are a group of men out there that never want to admit to themselves, just like Corey said, you love hoes. and you think that you're gonna come to South America and that addiction to hoes is gonna disappear. No, it's not. No, it's not. Notice, hear me out. I'm not talking about pay for play. I'm talking about you dudes that come to Colombia and you date seriously a hoe. And when she cheating on you, you wondering what happened. Everybody knew she was a hoe. What you talking about? What happened? You go to Brazil and you think you'd have found the one. And you found out that 15 other dudes calling her the one also. You know you love hoes. You're a whore monger. Not a whore monger, but a whore wrangler. You like to wrangle whores. You know, like cowboys were wrangling the cattle. You like to wrangle whores. A good woman walk past you, you won't say nothing to her. And I mean it. I'm not joking. There are guys that you got to admit to yourself that there is something that you need to work on before you leave the United States. Get your money up, check. Get your health together, check. But some of y'all, when it comes to relationships, you will never have a good relationship. You're trying to blame it on the woman in the United States who cheated on you. And then you try to blame it on the other woman in the United States that played you. And then you try to blame it on the other woman in the United States that used you. And you never want to admit to yourself that the most common denominator in all of this is you, because you love whores. Corey is not lying. Even though he said it in a joking way, this is straight serious. And you're going to take that whore wrangler mindset and you're going to try to wrangle as many whores in DR. And you know what you dudes do? You go to Dominican Republic, you get with a bunch of whores, and then you want to talk about all the Dominican women. Ain't no good Dominican women. All of them hoes. No, you love whores. So you only attract whores. There are plenty of dudes in DR that don't attract whores. That's having a great time. I know dudes that deal with pay for play and ain't never been with no hoe. I'm gonna say that again. I know guys that go to Thailand, Colombia, any other country. They know there's a transaction when I get there. I'm dealing with pay for play. I might be going to a brothel, strip club. I might be in Cartagena under the clock tower. I know it's a business transaction. No problem. They are mature in their actions. It's between a man and an adult woman. We're good. They have not one time went to Cartagena and tried to boo up any of them whores. But you went to Cartagena, didn't you? And you tried to boo up a whore, didn't you? Oh, yes, you did. You knew she was a hoe. You knew, everybody knew. Your whole clan of dudes that you went with knew she was a hoe. And here you go trying to sneak behind everybody back that already smashed her and try to act like you trying to turn a whore into a housewife, and you couldn't do it. And yet I know guys that go to these countries and do pay for play, and they got more sense in their head doing pay for play than you going to these other countries and trying to make whores, trying to be Captain Save a whore. That's why a lot of us men aren't appreciated. One of the reasons why many modern women don't appreciate us men in the United States as well as other countries is because of dudes like you. What you saying, Dre? Women ain't gotta be shit if you keep on treating them like they the shit. I'm gonna say that again. You can write that one down. Women ain't got to be shit if you keep on treating them like they are the shit. Why should she stop hoeing when you gonna be treating her like she queen of the earth? Why should she stop giving head to 15 men if you gonna pretend like she ain't never gave head to nobody but you? Why should modern women stop? Why? There's no reason to stop. If you're gonna keep on giving her proceeds, taking her to restaurants, giving her morsels, why should she stop whoring? And then at the end of the day, she know that you love whores. Why should a woman that's a whore stop whoring for a man that loves whores? Some of you dudes don't even pay for play. You just look for hoes. I'm gonna say that again. No matter what country you in your home country or in a foreign country, you won't even pay for no coochie. But you will walk up on a whore all day long and lie to yourself that she's a good woman. And everybody know that's a hoe. She's just not a pay for play, but she's a hoe. This you. Where's my Kevin at?
You don't have a big dick, you don't have a big wallet, fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve, and women should approach you, what they get. You don't have a big dick, you don't have a big wallet, fat dude, and you got a lot of nerve, and women should approach you, what they get.
What they get. What they get. You wondering why good women don't F with you in any country. You wondering why every time you go to a country, you leave complaining. Ain't no good women here. They all hoes in Medellin. Every woman in Cartagena, them hoes. Man, why go to Colombia? They all pay for play. They all hoes. Because that's all you ever attracted. You said the same thing about the woman in the States. You said the same thing about the women in Canada. You said the same thing about the women when you were in UK. You said the same thing about the women when you went to Cancun, Mexico. You said the same thing about women when you went to Dubai, as well as when you went to Tanzania. You went to Thailand and Brazil. You went to Argentina, south of South America. And you still say ain't no good woman, no matter where you go. The reason why is because you never want to admit to yourself the one addiction that you do have, in which Corey was just talking about. You are addicted to whores, and that's all you ever going to attract unless you start being honest with yourself. It's not the women. You attract those type of women because you love whores. You love it. Maybe you love the challenge, or maybe you think in your mind whores have the best sex. Or maybe you like drama. Some dudes like drama, dramatic whores. You like to sit, you like to have to stalk, don't you? You one of them stalkers that like to stalk. You ain't got no problem with sitting there for hours under surveillance, sitting in front of her house to see who coming in, see who coming out. You ain't got no problem with hiding in the bushes, do you? Going through her trash, counting condoms to see how many dudes and smashed her. You ain't got no, some dudes that, for real, some dudes ain't got no problem stalking. That's what they do. You put all type of tags on her car so you can follow her with your cell phone. Just I know where she at. Because you know deep down inside that you love whores, and that's what whores do. They break your heart, and you love it. You love the challenge of a whore. You think that you could change your whore. You think that you could automatically turn her into a housewife. Once upon a time, she was a whore. She was a runner. She was a track star. And now look at her. She's baking cookies for the family. That's because I am Captain Save a Whore. You got to stop that, brother. You got to stop that one. That's one. You need to get some therapy or whatever it is. But to sit back and try to say every woman in DR, every woman in Colombia, no, bruh. You like whores. You love you some whores. Let's get back to the few super chats, and then we'll get back to the video. Shout out to my man Chad in the building. Shout out to you, Chad, for being here. He said, men in love with women in business. Yes, sir. CGA. Yes, sir. Yeah. We were talking about it the other day, how dudes try to take women that are pay for play and turn and say, I'll pay for you not to pay for. In human history, men have done some amazing things, and we've done some crazy things. But in my top 10 list of stupidest things that men do, try to turn a hoe into a housewife. Dudes, white brothers, this is you. I'm on you for this one, white brothers. In the States, y'all will literally take a woman that's a hoe on the streets and try to turn her into a housewife. You would literally fall in love with a prostitute in Vegas. But I'm gonna come on y'all brothers, because ain't that the same thing that Kanye West did? Or other sports figures did? Wasn't it a stripper that many of these guys met at a strip club and they married a stripper and they an NBA star? How many dudes in the States got babies by females that got 4 or 5 baby daddies in the league, and you in the league? Then y'all come to Colombia and y'all try to convert women with your money to stop hoeing. How you gonna try to convert a whore from whoring? That's in my top 10 stupidest things that men do in human history. That is so throughout the Bible, throughout human history. The battle of Troy was all about a hoe. The king's wife was a hoe. She was a whore, and he loved a whore. In the whole battle, thousands of men died because this whore gave the coochie to another man during the Trojan War. Man, I swear, sometimes us men, we're born, but we're not born with balls. I swear. My man Uriah in the building, he says this. He said, a passport, a new country cannot unlame a lame. Preach. Write that one down, gentlemen. Just because you got a passport, let's put the passport song out there.
Can't you see I got a passport? I got a passport. Hey, I got a passport.
Just because you got a passport, that does not unlame a lame. And the worst thing in history, or recent history, is any of us that got passports and got money and you a lame, bruh. That's the worst person that you want to be traveling across a planet. A lame with money in his pocket. It ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, it is. It's tricking, bruh, because you got tricked. Yeah, let's go back to Corey. Let me shut my mouth, man. But Corey, 100%, there are dudes out there that really, really love some whores, including Steph Curry. And I like Steph.
Corey Holcomb takes aim at Steph Curry and his father Del Curry, criticizing them for marrying women he labels as promiscuous.
Shout out to Rodney.
He then goes on to express his belief that there's nothing in America for black people.
Steph Curry and his father married whores. And now they're paying for it. If you know your woman is a whore, your money is not gonna put her together. Only thing gonna put her together is this motherfucking game I'm giving them. All you niggas who in love with whores, get counseling from me. I can help you prepare for the funky bitch and all that she gonna pull. That's 100.
Okay.
That's so true.
So y'all do know that it's easier for a woman to spoil a man than for a man to spoil a woman. So why y'all not doing it? It's literally so simple. And don't talk to me nothing about no money, because it don't even take money to spoil a man. You fix that man a sandwich, oh, he gonna love you. I'm talking about put a little bit of lettuce, tomato, dress it up a little bit, you know, put a little extra into it. Oh, he gonna love you. When that man get in that shower, wash that man back for him. Lay his clothes out for him when he get out. They fresh, they ready. Socks, drawers, all of it. You see how that was free? Rub his feet, free. Give him a little massage, free. And if you got some money, you ought to not be saying nothing at all. Pay for that man haircut, put a little gas in that man car too. The new game coming out. You know he like to play the game. Buy that man that new game that's coming out. You know he like to dress. Give him a little graphic tee or something. Get him a little hat, a little snapback. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what to do, so why you ain't doing it? And then we be the one, we be picking. Oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Okay, he wants stuff too. He like to be spoiled too. And if you get a little too mad and talking about what you ain't finna do, I ain't finna buy that, I ain't finna do that. Okay. And what one woman won't do, another one will too. Remember that.
What one woman won't do, as far as showing you guys respect and appreciation, another woman will. Some of us don't want to come to that conclusion. I'll tell you guys the 2 reasons why every man is with a woman. Y'all ready? 2 reasons why every man is with a woman. Whether she's your friend, whether she's your lover, whether she's your wife, whether she's your girlfriend, whether it's a situationship. 2 reasons, only 2 reasons in human history why from Adam on down, a man is with a woman. First reason, simple. We want her in our life, whether it be as a good friend, whether it be as a lover, if only for one night, whatever it may be. But let me see if I got Luther on here. See if I got some Luther on here. Or maybe want her like the restaurant was closed. You may just want her for that. But it's so simple. We want the person in our lives. Number 2. Y'all ready? Some of you guys got to get ready for this. You may want to take a sip. Number 2 reason why a man has a woman in his life, because you don't want the next man to get her. Some of you dudes, when these cameras go off, you got a girlfriend, wife, somebody you've been smashing or whatever it may be, situationship, that you've been with for 3-4 years. You ain't gave her good sex since year 3. Since year 2. Year 2 was up. You ain't been up for her since year 2. You fuss, you fight, you argue, you nitpick. You thought the same body that she had when y'all first met, and she still looked the same, you don't like her body shape now. But here's the kicker. You be damn if Keith down the street get that coochie. I will stay in this relationship. I wish another man would raise my kids and my woman calling another man daddy. Your relationship been over with, bruh. It's been done. She just ain't cheating on you. The reason why a lot of dudes don't want to admit this. The reason why the divorce rate among women is 70 to almost 90% among professional women with a degree, a 4-year degree. The reason why it's so high, you know why? Because in many cases, men ain't going nowhere. We don't go nowhere. I wish another man would get this coochie. I'm staying right here. Y'all been together 10 years. It was over year 3. But you wish another mother would get that coochie. That's the number 2 reason why many of you men are still with your woman. Is because not because you love her anymore, because y'all close, not because y'all cool, because you don't want Jody or Keith down the street to get a hold of that coochie and show her things that you ain't never showed her. Never showed her. So you are what the church said, you would block her blessings. Oh, you gonna cheat on her? Oh yeah, you cheating. You out there wilding. You gonna get you some now, no man. You gonna get you some new coochie. But you ain't letting that one go. That one belongs to me. Like Michael Badano said, you belong to me. The Doobie Brothers. That's serious, man. Some of you dudes need to y'all need to let it go. Y'all need to let it go. A lot of you dudes do not know how to walk away. You will sit up there and wait 2, 3, 4 years. The walk away was 3 years ago. Ask my man Sean D. Upshaw that's here tonight. Sean, my Uncle Jeffrey. Ask those dudes who's the one sat down at the kitchen table with his wife and had that conversation and stood up and filed for the divorce. Your boy. I was one of the few men that had balls to say, it's over. She asked me, she said, Andre, do you think we should just file for a divorce? And I was at the fork in the road and I had a choice. Let my wife go. Beautiful woman. Very extremely feminine. Sean knows my ex-wife. Very feminine woman. Very traditional in many areas, but she was such a modern woman in too many areas. And so we sat at the kitchen table and she was like, do you think we should? I said, yeah, we should. And I wasn't mean about it or brash about it. That was a hurting feeling. You know, nobody wants to file for a divorce, but you got to be honest. I had a choice. I could say, let's get a divorce while we are cool. Or I could do like a lot of you dudes do, drag it out, and then she'd have to file a divorce on me because I ain't got the balls to let her go because I don't want Keith down the street to get my ex-wife. But since I ain't built like a lot of dudes, yeah, let's go ahead and file for this divorce. And mine was cordial, no fuss, no fight, no argument. We actually were left out the courtroom smiling because we cracked a joke before we left. She had a date with her boyfriend, her new boyfriend, afterwards. And I was on my way back to Orlando to hang out. True story. But for some of y'all gonna hold on to that woman, and you ain't gonna let nobody get that. Ain't nobody getting this coochie over here. Not one mother. I ain't nobody gonna. I will hang out in this marriage 10 more years. I'll hang out in this relationship with her, even though we ain't married, 9 more years before I let Keith down the street give her anal. Hell no. And we got 2 kids together. Hell no. And you will walk around life with your mouth poked out. And the real woman, your real blessing is waiting for you, and you can't get it because you won't let go of the woman that you currently with. Some of you dudes want to holler you passport bros, but yet you lying to the woman in the States. You know you leaving the country. How long you been with your girlfriend? 6 years in the States, right? Y'all cool, right? Yeah. Are you leaving the country? Yeah. Did you tell her? No. You know why you ain't told her? Why? Because you leaving the country and you don't know how to break the news to her. You know you leaving in about good 3 to 5 years. You know them trips that you keep taking to DR, those are recon trips. You know you leaving, but you don't tell her. Why? Because the relationship gonna be over before you leave. So you rather sit up there and break her heart while you on your way to the airport for your final time instead of just telling her now. You'll wait until your last week to tell, I'm leaving you. You'll start an argument. I'm leaving you. This is over. I'm tired of this duck. I need chicken. I'm going to DR. Instead of just being honest with yourself, being honest with that woman, I am leaving. I got my passport, and now I realize what's out there. And you know what? This relationship has been over since year 3, and we've been together 8 years. This is not working out. You don't want to go through the rebuild phase. Hey, Sean, they don't want to go through the rebuild. Jeffrey, they don't want to go through the rebuild phase where you got to rebuild yourself emotionally, even if you got money. You may have to leave the house with her. You may have to rebuild a new relationship with your kids. Y'all don't want to go through the rebuild phase. So you sit up there and hold on to her all those years. That's the only reason men keep women around. You don't either want somebody else to get her or you want her for yourself. Yes, the first part. But the second part is a lot of y'all dudes holding on to women because you don't want Keith down the street to get her. And you know she going to be her. And you dudes cannot handle her walking through Disneyland holding another man's hand while she holding your kid's hand. That just breaks your soul, doesn't it? It hurts you more to imagine some shit than to face the reality of some shit that you either gonna have to break it up now, or she gonna file for separation, or she gonna just up and leave you one day and you gonna come home and ain't nothing but extra hangers in the closet. That's why a lot of that, see, we try to put it on the women as if, yes, and these women just breaking up families, and 70% of the women are filing for divorces is because your ass should have been filed for that divorce a long time ago, and you know it. You know that breakup should have been happened, but she sucked. One thing she can't cook, and she argumentative, but she gives some of the most fire's head. She's a swallower, a guzzler. And you wish you would let your imagination think that she guzzling another man. And so you're going to hang out for a couple more years until she tells you, babe, we need to talk. It's over. And then we want to blame the ladies. 70% are filing. No, it should be a lot lower, but men ain't got the balls to leave a lot of times. I'll say that again. We're so territorial as creatures that we fail to realize that sometimes that territory is no longer our territory, and it hurts us as men. Divorce hurt me. It hurt my feelings, man. I wasn't skipping down the yellow brick road after divorce. Man, I was sad. I'm shedding tears. Like, I'm driving, shedding tears, going to my new apartment, relationship over, marriage over. We put in 14 years, blah, 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 blah. But I had enough balls to sit back and say, I knew that this painful time would come, but this too shall pass. This pain that I'm going through, because I was man enough to be honest with her early, this pain will pass. The pain of letting the woman be who she want to be and be in a happy relationship, it's going to pass. But some of us ain't got the balls to let it pass. So you ride out the marriage or the relationship until she tells you it's over. She been knew it's over. She been waiting for you to do one thing and one thing only. You ready? You ready what she been waiting for? I don't know why these things not working in this ear, sticking in this ear. She been waiting for you to act like a fucking man. You are a man when it came to other responsibilities, but when it came to whether y'all going to get a divorce or not, you don't have no balls. Divorce or breakups as a couple is one of the few areas that I can say that more women have balls than men. I'll say that again. When it's statistically, cameras off, when it comes to divorce and separation, it seems to be that more women got balls when it's time to separate than men do. Because when it's time to separate, women ain't got no problem with telling your ass, yeah, this ain't gonna work. I think I finally got it fixed. There we go. We finally got it fixed. They have no problem with telling you, you know what, babe? I do love you, but I don't think we're going to make it. And y'all might not even be married. 2 weeks later, you packing your shit and gone. Why? Because she was the only one in the relationship to admit that shit was over year 5. Y'all been together 9 years. And she was the only one that was acting like a fucking man about it, while you was acting like a little ass boy. You knew that relationship was over year 4. I could understand if you try to make it work to year 5. Y'all went to counseling, y'all went to church, y'all went to the mosque, y'all saw the imam, all that. You went to the temple, everything, and nothing worked. You cheating, you thinking she cheating. It's you starting arguments, she starting arguments, kids looking at y'all like y'all crazy in the car. Ain't nobody getting along. And then her girlfriend's telling her, ride it out, girl. It's going to get better. And your boy's telling you, dude, it's going to be all right. So everybody telling you it's going to be all right. And at the end of the day, you both know this relationship. Now that we come to the end of the road, you know that you came to the end of the road. Year freaking 4. So why the fuck are you still in her life, dragging it out year 9, sliding into year 10? And you both have been miserable as fuck for 5 years. You've been cheating for 5 years. She been creeping with her work husband. Take it from me, I've been a work husband many a day for 5 years until she had to say, you know what? We ain't even married. Listen, this ain't working. And you want to pretend like you surprised. Huh? It's not working, but Irma my ass. You knew that relationship wasn't working. You're leaving me, but Irma. Don't be getting on Irma's case. Irma was the only one in that relationship that had enough balls to say, babe, we tried an extra 5 years. How many more years are we supposed to try to make this work? I'm in your way of your blessing and you in the way of my blessings. But it just hurts many of us because we're visual creatures as men. So we use our imagination. I could just see my wife, just my ex-wife or ex-girlfriend out there just doing all type of demonstratives. She's a runner. She's a track star. And so our imagination shows us stuff that may not even be true. She gonna be out there hoeing. She ain't never showed you no hoe tendencies the whole 9 years you were with her. And all of a sudden in your imagination, she just throwing coochie all over the land. Bruh. Sometimes you just gotta, when these cameras go off, let it fucking go. And that shit, I'm gonna end it with this, and I mean this in all sincerity. When it comes to separation of relationship, divorce, or just a regular relationship, or somebody who was just a jump off or whatever it is, you as a man will always be seen as the fall guy. It's your fault. If she leaves you, it's your fault. Society gonna say, what did you do wrong? That's why she left you. If you leave her, you left a woman and those kids. You the asshole if you leave her and you know the relationship is not working. Those days of just staying around for the kids, what is 1952? The fuck? Those days of it's cheaper to keep her, that's not your wife, that's just your girlfriend. Sometimes we just got to come to the reality that the time has passed and it was 4 years ago and you know that it's not going anywhere. And I don't see why the fuck y'all hanging around trying to pretend like it is. The one thing that I can say, all this life, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, all the life that you guys see me have, the traveling, the meeting you guys, the YouTube channels and the other business ventures, meeting Andrea, all the South American women I've had, all the women from all the other islands I had, all the women that I had when I was in Florida, all the places that I've been and all the knowledge that I've acquired since then would not have ever happened. All the money that I've acquired, none of this would have ever happened if I didn't have balls at that kitchen table to tell that woman the truth. This is not going to last another year. It was over year 10. We gave it another 4 years. We tried. I did not want to be known as the husband that's out there cheating and cheating. So instead of being known as the husband that's out there cheating and cheating, I said, yes, we do need to file that paperwork. Do you know how freaking hard it was to say, look in a woman's eyes, a beautiful woman's eyes, who you've been with for 14 years, beyond 14 years, raised 2 kids from adolescence through college. You're about to walk into the empty nest phase with no kids around. And you tell this woman, I want a divorce. You know that you in pain, she in pain. I'll never forget, not even an hour later, I get a call from my own sister. Candy called me from Cleveland. You need to get your shit and get the fuck out right now. You'd have thought I was breaking up with my own sister. Get your shit and get the fuck out. I told you, no matter what you do as a man, you're going to always be the fall guy. Kevin Samuels was right. Pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips. If If my ex-wife would have left me, I'm the ass. Since I left her, as far as filing for divorce, I'm the ass. It's the same thing with you. If you think that you're going to escape being the jerk, if you think that somehow, some way you're going to slide through, the only way that really ever happens is when a woman has been cheating on her man, and then society might feel sorry for you a little bit, but then they're going to ask you, what the hell was you doing for your woman to be cheating on you? Because women don't cheat that easy like that. That's what society is going to say. So no matter what you think, you might as well be ready. If you think that you're going to escape the pain that will take place in the confusion and the sadness and the discomfort of a breakup, if she do it or you do it, you got life fucked up. You gonna always be the jerk. When this camera goes off, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, don't you ever think that society is gonna look at her as if she did it and she's gonna have more pain than you have. No, it's gonna take an amazing story for society to look at her like she's the jerk. You are the man. Weight or stress or pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips. You built for this pain. I'm gonna say this again. Some of you dudes don't realize this. You are built for pain. The sadness, the hurt, the disappointment, the confusion, the not knowing what the future holds, all this. I didn't know all this was gonna take place. But what if I had lied to her and we're going through year 20? Year 22 of marriage, of two people lying to each other. I would have never met none of you guys if I would have lied to her. I would have never met Andrea if I was lying to my ex and lying to myself. As long as I continue to lie to myself, everything in life that I'm supposed to have would have been on hold as long as Andre kept lying to himself about what was going on in that marriage year in, year out. Now we're on year 23 of marriage, and I'm still lying to myself in a marriage that ended year 10. Now I got 2 or 3 mistresses on the side in a marriage that ended year 10. She might got a boyfriend on the side in a marriage that ended year 10. But we still, because I ain't got no balls, I'm still with her year 23. Man, some of y'all brothers, man, I'm telling you, there is a great life waiting for you on the other side. And I know it's scary than a motherfucker. And I know right now when these cameras go off, you're going to be feeling like, I hear Andre, I hear you, brother, but fuck what you talking about. I got you. I'm serious. I got you. Some of y'all ain't built for this. You ain't built to sit back and say, when she sit back and say, babe, I don't think this is going to work. You still trying to talk. You would have been out of that damn relationship if you wouldn't have kept trying to talk her back into the relationship. No, baby, we're going to be all right. No, see, we're going to go to counseling. No, we're going to church this Sunday, and G's going to. Some of you dudes, you would have been fine if you would have just let her speak her piece. And when she says, baby, this not working, all you had to do was say, I agree with you. We've tried. Shed your tears. Let her shed her tears. Me and my baby, we cried together. But some of you dudes, you didn't even do that. God gave you like 4 or 5 outs. 4 or 5 outs. She came to you. Am I lying? Some of you dudes, your woman came to you about 4 times in that 10-year window. And you had 4 or 5 outs to be a fucking man and tell her the truth. You're correct, babe. This is not working. We did go to counseling. It ain't gonna work. Because you tried to avoid looking like the jerk. And that is unavoidable. Anytime a relationship comes to an end, you might as well put. How many of y'all been in relationships that came to an end and you didn't look like the jerk? Your girlfriend that left you in high school, did you not look like the jerk? When you left your girlfriend in high school, didn't you look like the jerk? The girlfriend that you was kicking it with in college, when you left her or cheated on her, did you not look like the jerk? Your girlfriend that cheated on you in college, did you not look like the jerk? What about the chick that you were just kicking it with and now she got a new dude? Did you not look like the jerk? What about the chick that you sat back and you decided you gonna leave her alone because you a new chick? Did you not look like a jerk? How many of y'all that got a divorce, did you not look like the jerk? Your ex-wife did? No, you did. Even if she cheated on you, did you not, in a way, did society feel sorry for you, or did society still circle the wagons around her and said, you know what? You must have did something for her to do that. Some of you dudes, and I'm not telling you guys once this camera goes off, go break up with women. But what I'm saying is some of you dudes, yeah, you need to break up. You see the writing on the wall for 4 freaking years. What is this, an episode of Stranger Things? You need the word to go upside down? It's not going to happen. You will not look like the hero. Most men have never had a breakup and you look like the hero. You never had a breakup and look like the hero. Even if your girlfriend cheated on you in high school, when you say it's over, you did not look like the hero. When my first girlfriend cheated on me, my third girlfriend cheated on me. Not my first or my second, my third. It was the first time I was with a sister. First girlfriend was Asian. My second girlfriend was white, Wendy, blonde hair, blue eye. My third girlfriend finally was a black girl, right? She cheated on me with my boy down the street who told me. He said, Dre, I need to talk to you, bro. We were kids. We was like 16, 17. Who looked like the jerk? Did she look like a jerk for cheating on me with my boy? Nope. Nobody looked at her like a jerk. Everybody looked at me like, your woman cheating on you? With your boy? What type of lame are you? What type of lame is he? Always, you'll never get away from it. That's one tip I can tell you dudes. That's if you think that you can sit around for a few more years and avoid that pain, Negro, please. Either you're going to bring it to the table and you're going to feel that pain, or she, statistically, 70% of women cause the breakup. Why? Because she decides, you know what? I'm tired of waiting for him to be a man and admitting that we need to go ahead and break this relationship up and separate this furniture or whatever we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and break up with his ass. So 70% of the time, the woman leaves us. Why? Because we're bad men? No. Because we're not good fathers? No. The reason why is because a lot of times we ain't got the balls to do the breakup year 3. So she says, fuck it, I'm going to do it year 7. Since he ain't got the balls to do it, he going to drag me out to year 10 if I don't break up with him. Some of you do, come on, let's be real. Let's be freaking real. Some of you dudes that a woman broke up with you, your happy ass will still be with her today, knowing it wasn't working out. She broke up with you 10 years ago. Some of you dudes would still be with her to motherfucking day if it was up to you, knowing that relationship that you was with her for 10 years was over year 7. It was over. She broke up with you year 10. It's been 10 years since that time. If she hadn't said anything about a breakup, your happy ass would still be there. Stop me when I'm lying. And you know it. All the blessings that you receive. Some of you guys, let's be real. Y'all ready? I'm gonna come at you with this one too. Some of you guys have such amazing lives. Amazing lives. Do you know that amazing life would not have happened for some of us if your ex-wife wouldn't have told you, I want a divorce? Some of you passport bros, think about some of the places that you've traveled to since you've been divorced, the people that you've met, the ladies, the fun that you've had. None of that shit would have happened if it was up to you. None of it. None of it would have happened if it was up to you. If it was up to your cowardly lying acting ass, need to go to the wizard, you would have still been with her to this day. And all the things that you've done in DR, all the fun that you had in Thailand, all the business ventures and all the stuff that you've done and learned through Theo Walth, all the meeting us, all the hanging out with all your passport bro friends and expats and blue book gentlemen, all the languages that you've learned now, all the food that you've eaten in other countries, none of that would have happened if it was up to your cowardly ass. It took her to tell you, I want a divorce or I want to break this relationship up if y'all not married. It took her to do that so you could be blessed to do all the shit that you doing. All them stamps in that passport is because of her, not because of your ass. because you didn't have the balls. If it was up to you, you'd still be in that marriage right now. And all those trips to DR and all them stamps that you got in your passport would have never came to fruition, ever came to fruition if it was up to your scary ass. And stop me when I'm lying on that one. Stop me when you can't tell me that some of you dudes, since y'all divorced, your life has been blessed. It took a minute for your life to get back on track. It took a minute for you to get back emotionally on track. It took a minute for you to get mentally back on track, but you got back on track. And when you got back on track, your life has been on an upward trajectory. But guess what? None of that would have took place if your scary ass, she had to wait around on your scary ass to say, let's file for a divorce, or baby, this relationship is not working, it's over. You'd have just kept on cheating, or she would have just kept on cheating. Y'all would have kept on fighting, kept on arguing, and then kept on having babies. Knowing it's over. So, some of y'all got 3 kids when actually your happy ass should have only just had 1 with her. Why? You had the first kid year 3. That relationship was over year 7. You had another one year 9 when the relationship was over year 7. You had another one year 9 when your ass should have been gone year 7. You shouldn't have been in the picture years after year 7, but you because your cowardly ass wasn't around, so your cowardly ass was still around. So you had another one at year 9 when you should have been gone, and year 11 when you should have been gone. So now you're paying child support on 3 kids when it should have just been 1 kid, because your happy ass should have been gone year 7, but she finally had to convince your ass to leave her alone year 12. And you want to bitch about the child support when you should have been gone after year 7 when it was only 1 shorty. Now, I know you love all your kids, but my point is the other kids shouldn't have even been born because your happy ass shouldn't even been around. Some of y'all got your passports 10 years ago when you could have had it 15 years ago, but because you hung around for 5 more years in an unnecessary relationship, it took you 5 extra years to get your passport. Instead of having it 15 years, you've just been having it for 10 years. The reason why I'm saying this, man, listen, some of you brothers are on the edge right now, and you know you want to relocate to other countries. You know you want to have opportunities to be blessed like the rest of us. You are not going to avoid the pain. You are not going to avoid looking like the jerk in the situation of any breakup. You might as well get past that. Some of you dudes hanging around for years and years and years and hoping that, it's going to be, no, we both decide to divorce each other. We're both cool. Everything's fine. No, society gonna always look at you as a jerk. And so I'm like, shit, if I'm gonna be looked at as a jerk, I ain't gonna be waiting 5 more years to be looked up on like a jerk. I might as well be looking like a jerk today. If I'm gonna go through this pain of a divorce or a breakup, I might as well go through it today, because in 5 years it's gonna hurt just as much as it hurts today. Damn that. No. Y'all, you guys, life had told you to leave that woman alone. The same year life told me to leave my ex-wife alone. You still in that miserable ass relationship. God told us the same year it ain't gonna work. Y'all just making each other miserable. I decided I'm gonna go through the pain. I'll play the jerk. I'll put the sword to the stomach. I'll fall on the sword. I'll be on the cross. Cool. I'll go through the hurt. But look at my life years later. And you still with a woman that you scared to leave. And look how fucked up your life still is. You still stuck in the States. And you watch these channels on YouTube for entertainment and not for information and exploration and experience. You've been to 1 trip. You got 1 or 2 stamps in your passport. But if you would have been honest with that woman, you could have had 20, 25 stamps in your passport. You still in that relationship, miserable than a motherfucker, going to DR, cheating your ass off when you could just be going to DR as a free man. Look at your shit the same amount of time that I have on this planet you had. Life told you in a certain year, or that same year, life told me that I need to go ahead and stop interrupting this woman's life and move on, Andre. And life told you the same thing that year, but two men did two different things. I embraced the pain that I knew was coming, and you sat back. You've been trying to avoid the pain that all of us know is coming. And the only reason some of you dudes still in relationships, you know why? Because your woman ain't told your ass get the fuck on yet. That's some of y'all still in a relationship, not because of you, because she ain't told your cowardly ass you need to go. This is not working. You know we've been arguing for the last 4 years. Why are you acting different, Keith? We don't get along. I know about the other ladies. I might be interested in someone else. That's none of your business. The only reason some of y'all are still in a relationship because your woman ain't told your ass to get the fuck on yet. That's the only, you think she's still in love. She want me. No. If y'all been arguing and fussing for the last 3-4 years, you know that relationship is over. And the only reason you have not left, because statistically 70 to 80% of the divorces or separations are caused by the woman. That means statistically the only reason that you got your feet propped up playing them damn video games at your house because your woman ain't told you to get the fuck on yet, because you ain't got the balls to get the fuck on your own. And that was a true story about my sister. My ex-wife called me, like, as soon as I said, let's file for a divorce. And my ex, like an hour later, my sister, get your ass out that motherfucker. Get the hell out that house. I'm like, are you not my sister? Pack your shit and you get the hell, leave that woman's alone. Leave her be. You ain't got no 2 days. You ain't got no 2 weeks. You need to pack your stuff and get your ass out that house tonight. What the? I didn't even question my sister. It was my job to fall on that sword of misunderstanding, by being misunderstood by everyone. I didn't argue with my sister. I didn't argue with anybody. I didn't shout down anybody that looked at me like I was the villain. I was willing to embrace I'm the villain. I don't have the white cowboy hat on. I have the black cowboy hat on. I know that when you sit back and you say that divorce is going to take place, if you're a man, you're the villain of this plot. I was willing to take it. Slings, arrows, rocks, bring them on. Stone me. I understand. It's all a part of separations. And I took it like a man. I took that pain and that confusion and worry about what the future would hold. And I was worried about this and worried about that and didn't understand what life was going to take me. All of that. I took that pain like a motherfucking man, like a champ, straight to the shoulders. Like Kevin Samuel said, pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips. And I took that pressure. And look at the life that life has given me and given many of you other men that have gone through either a separation or a divorce. Look what life gave you. All of a sudden, you were a blessed man. You got peace. You got more money. Your kids, some of you dudes still raised your kids, didn't you? Kids still got on your nerves. Even after the divorce, they still got on your nerves like regular kids, didn't they? I didn't mean to go that route with the topic. I really didn't. But at the end of the day, I think what I said had to be said. You're not going to avoid that pain. Society will not let you. Society will not let you. Your family won't. Her family won't. Your friends won't. Your coworkers won't. You won't. You will look at you and question you. You will look at you and question you like, what the wait a minute. A couple years ago, we were happily married. Now we've been fussing and cussing. And But the decision at the end of the day is up to you. Like I said, I'm not telling anybody to leave anybody. Don't say, Andre said, when the cameras go off, I need to leave you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying to us men, grow the fuck up. I am saying that on purpose. I am saying on purpose, grow up. Because basically taking that pain was me being a freaking man. Grow up, Andre. Stop playing games with your life and playing games with her life. Grow up, Andre. Many areas as a man, we are grown, but in many other areas as a man, we still have areas where we need to grow the fuck up. And when it comes to breaking up, we do. Men are childish when it comes to breaking up because we're territorial creatures by nature. This is my territory. This is my woman. This is my house. This is a man's house is his castle. We're territorial by nature. All males, territorial. From tigers to lions, we're all territorial creatures. So it's hard for us to go look for new terrain. So just let that sink in tonight, man. I kid you not. Let me hit these super chats, then go back to the video. Shout out to Theo. He said, first rule of being in this space: no resources transferred to Western women. Facts. Let me get this shout out to Theo. Yes, sir. To Western women. He said, providing in the West is a super scam. Shout out to Theo and the Black Manosphere Conclave, guys. Make sure that you get your tickets. The tickets are winding down, guys, as far as the special discount that's taking place for this month. So make sure that you guys get your tickets, whether you're going to be there or whether you're going to be there by video. You're just going to watch it by video, but make sure you guys, September 6th, the Black Manosphere Conclave, very great meeting. I'm telling you guys, if you want to see Dennis Sperling speaking, you want to see Theo do some classes live, you want to hear your boy, you want to see, you want to meet up with everybody from Guapo to Richie Mack. I'm telling you guys, you definitely want to be at the Black Manosphere Conclave September 6th through the 8th in Houston, Texas. After the party, we will be after partying. We just won't be partying with Houston women. Go. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, Houston. Sorry. Houston, you got a problem. All right, let's go back to the video with Corey and as well as others. Let us go back. And remember, this episode is about the fact that men deserve to be appreciated. And a lot of modern women that we're dealing with in the States is not worth the juice is not worth the squeeze, because at the end of the day, you are not being appreciated for the man that you are.
So they say they're in an open relationship now. That's who
that bitch pussy open to the game.
Yeah.
But that's
Now he's talking about Steph Curry's wife. They're in an open relationship now.
again to me, when you out here like this, anybody can say anything.
She on some Jada Pinkett shit right now.
Niggas dropping buckets in your bitch, Steph.
Listen, she done went on that Jada Pinkett show, talked to Jada too long.
You don't want to live like Jada. Look at Jada kid.
That's what I'm saying. She done went on to the show. You remember
she went on? Might say that's wrong,
she went on the show. Remember she went on the red table talk, and then when it comes with the red table talk, she was talking to Jada Neal, and she been kicking it with Jada. So she like, nigga, I'm finna kick it like you doing.
Ending. Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention.
She's doing all that because she's got zero male attention. The only male that's been giving her attention all her life, I mean, all the marriage, is her husband. And she wants to have an open relationship on Steph Curry because she's not getting male attention. But these are the women in the West that want you guys to put a ring on it or enter into relationships with.
married women are the easiest women in the world to sleep with.
I know of a woman who had everything that these women say a man should be doing for them. All the bills paid. They had the biggest crib. She had the newest car. They had a pool in the backyard, and she didn't even have to work. The only reason she did is because she wasn't really attracted to her husband. She wanted to get away from him any chance she could get. She ended up cheating on her husband with a man that they consider a brokey and a dusty. It's crazy because he was married himself. He obviously didn't care about her. And I know this for a fact because anytime she wasn't around, he would be talking about all the other girls that worked there. He was one of them thirsty motherfuckers that would take anything he can get. The fact that people will get cheated on no matter how good they think they look or how much money they have is proof that all of these people with expectations and requirements for you, that shit don't mean nothing. Those are people who don't really like you, so they need you to have this shit to make up for it. And that's not to say you shouldn't have goals or you shouldn't be attracted to the person you with. I'm just saying when people just constantly talking about that shit, that's because that's all they there for. I remember hearing that her kids might have had some suspicion and they told her, if we ever find out that you cheating on dad, we'll never forgive you. You think that stops her? Hell no. So it's interesting to me how she was willing to get rid of her soft life, lose her provider, not have the family that they say men can't keep together, the consistency. All of that shit she was going to throw away for a brokey and dusty. But they be on here any chance they get talking like that shit means something. It don't mean nothing. You have to have goals to live a better life and you have to be faithful. And without that, your relationship ain't going to be shit.
He's 100% correct. A woman.
I remember covering this in the video.
Before we go any further, shout out to my man, Average Man Unplugged. A woman will cheat on a good man. I'll say that again. Not all women cheat, but there's a growing number of women that don't appreciate you. And a woman that doesn't appreciate and respect her man will have cheating tendencies. My man Jeffrey says she's not even cute enough to be like that. And that's the point. She's not ugly, but she ain't like that. Like she could be replaced easily. Shout out to my man IQS says this. He said an ex-girlfriend called me recently to be a reference on her resume. I said, yeah. I'll tell your hiring manager that you cheat, lie, and steal from the register. She never responded. I wonder why she didn't respond. You either die a hero, he said you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Yeah. Let's continue on with my man, what Average Man has to say.
A long time ago, it was a brother that I was reacting to, and he said he was a fitness instructor, right? He said the female clients that cheat the most are usually stay-at-home wives. Now, why is that? Why does that happen to be the case? Don't you find it funny that typically the women that are being provided for tends to be the ones that cheat the most? It's because the man is too busy working, providing for you, so that way you don't have to work and you can just sit at home. But because you don't have anything to lose and you're not working and he's not around due to the fact that he is providing for you, you get lonely and you fold and you end up screwing somebody who can't replace the man that's providing for you.
He is so right. It's amazing how many wives, stay-at-home wives, are out
Steph
there.
Curry is 4-time NBA champion, 2-time NBA MVP, a living legend, future Hall of Famer, 160 million net worth, and he's still being disrespected. Women can have it all, but it's still not enough.
Jada done influenced. You ain't telling me shit. I know what's going on.
Well, if she can be influenced by Jada, she a motherfucking weak-minded ass motherfucking heaven. Goddamn it. I'm here to tell you, goddamn it, Steph Curry's father, same thing happened to him. She was fucking the big buff white boy. How does that make you feel when the same thing happened to your son? My son is like me. I already know. he gonna have a fucking sad life. Cause he got to fuck them hoes. I see it in him. I be like, well, who is that bitch? Dad, this is a new one. I be like, okay, you gonna be all right. Just don't fall in love with them hoes.
This is a new one.
Don't fall in love with them hoes. Boy, I was so glad when I saw my son was fucking hoes. My son, one of them motherfuckers, hey dad. I was like, yeah, I got a real son. Even though he got a lot to learn about the game of life, at least he fuck hoes. Pray for your son that he fuck hoes. Because if he ain't fucking hoes, he's fucking hoes.
I knew you was gonna say that.
H-O-L-E-S.
I read that one.
Shout
And they always say, I want a man to be able to lead and provide. Guess what, ladies? Providing is your needs, not your wants. Now, I don't make all the money in the world, but I say an average man make $50,000. Okay, I can put you in a house. It might not be the house you want. I can put you in a car. It may not be the car you want. I am providing though. See, are you asking for providing for your needs or your lifestyle? Which is a want?
It definitely should be your needs, because this is how I look at it. You know, it just baffles me how nowadays I see, I was having a conversation with somebody, and women nowadays, you know, when they're dating a man, they want a man to pay to get the hair done, the nails done. To me, that's crazy, because that's part of your self-care. That should be part of your regular everyday life. Whether
say that again.
I really want to know what you guys think on that particular clip, and you know, obviously for the fellas, I mean, the women can chime in as well. But do you agree or disagree with that? And if so, then what would you consider being her needs that should be provided for?
King, what I'm about to say might fuck up your day, but it'll put a lot of things in perspective for you. You may never fully be appreciated by a woman. The reason being is women's making it happen is totally different from a man's making it happen. See, when women struggle, we can just go ask somebody. You know, we have cushions to fall back on. If we look good enough, we'll have a man that'll help us. Hell, we ain't even gotta look good enough. We'll have a man that'll help us. We always got something that somebody wants, and we know that. But when it comes to y'all, it's like we have a hard time understanding that our way of life is not reality for men. Y'all don't have nobody that y'all could just ask. Not without being called weak or being emasculated. Y'all gotta literally figure out a way, because at the end of the day, y'all are the same men that we fall back on. Yet we still find it hard to appreciate y'all. Ain't that some shit?
Is she not telling the truth? Once again, this topic tonight is about men in the West. Is it really worth it to date the modern women in the West that don't appreciate you? She said that women, if you got half looks, you could be ugly these days, and they got men to fall back on to take care of them. She's right. She said, but men, you ain't got nobody to fall back on. And if you fall back on somebody, everybody's gonna call you weak. I was just mentioning to somebody the other day that here in Colombia, you guys who are in here, Colombia, can attest to this. It's nothing for a man to be 35 or 40 still living with his parents. It's nothing for a woman to be 31, 41 still living with her parents. Because in Colombia, in that time period where he's still been living with his parents, he's been stacking his money that whole time. All the years that you've been paying mortgages and rent and all that stuff, he's been stacking. So when it's time to buy 3 Airbnbs, he's buying 3 Airbnbs. And guess what he does? Still lives with his mama. You got electrical engineers, architects, and all that in Colombia. They still live with their mom and dad. Because they don't leave out until it's time to get married. So when it's time to get married or in a solid relationship that's not even marriage, that's when they leave out. But guess what they got? 3 or 4 Airbnbs. They economically ready to where us in the States, we're so busy to rush outside of our parents' house because society tells us if you as a man are not standing on your own 2 feet at a certain stage, usually 17, 18, 19 years old, you haven't moved out of your parent house or joined the military or gone to college or something yet, you are a weak man. We tell men in the States that you are weak for waiting. We tell men in the United States you are weak for waiting to leave your parents' nest. We tell them that you are weak for stacking your money. You are weak for going on monk mode. What's wrong with you? Are you gay? How many times have you heard a woman that you didn't want to smash her, she want to go and talk about your sexual preference? You must be something wrong. You must like boys. Why? Because I didn't smash you? They feel bad because you didn't smash them. She's absolutely correct. Men have nothing to fall back on. In the United States, there are only 2 all-men homeless shelters. 2. In all 50 states. 2. Thousands of coastline from one top of the coastlines in Massachusetts all the way down to Florida. From Florida all the way to San Diego. From San Diego all the way up the coast of the state of Washington. 2 all-male homeless shelters. Now look up the thousands of homeless shelters for women. Section 8 for women. Let her get pregnant. WIC. Women, infant, children. Just in case you guys didn't know what WIC stood for. Women, infants, children. The most we got to lean on is each other, man. That's it. Hey, bruh, what's up, Dre? I need a favor, bruh. Let me get $100 from you until I get paid next week. Oh, I got you, dog. Here you go. That's the most we got is each other. If you were to dare ask a woman, in some cases, your woman, for that $150, some of us will borrow $150 from our boy knowing that our woman got it. Because we don't want to hear or have our woman look at us in a funny way in the U.S. I'm letting you guys know, in all sincerity, the game is rigged for you men. That game is rigged. Let's get back to the video. Once again, tonight's topic is about men not being appreciated by modern women. Is it worth the squeeze? Is it really worth going out on dates with these women?
I've been feeling like us as men, we unappreciated. Like, like we could do we could be the man, we could do everything, bro. It's just like a simple thank you. That should have make our lives so much better, bro. Talk to him. Thank you. I appreciate you for doing this, bro.
That's true, EMB.
Like,
that's true.
Like, babe, like I know you was working hard.
Yeah, rub my back before work tomorrow.
Let me rub your back. Huh? You want me like let me do something special. Like, you know, like
caring. It's about caring for each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I feel for me though.
Absolutely.
Just appreciation.
Yeah, they don't know about that.
And one of the best ways to establish masculinity is placing boundaries, particularly with women. When you don't like a behavior, you don't roll over and allow it to continue and then give her more in order for you to get her. You set a boundary and you have a willingness to walk away. Nice guys, what happens is they don't like to exert their boundaries and they don't have a willingness to walk away. So what ends up happening is their nice nature becomes a reason for resentment because women don't like it. They actually feel angry when you're too nice to them because then they don't feel protected. They feel like you're weak. If you let a woman make all the decisions for you, she'll slowly start to hate you because she'll feel like she has to raise you and she'll lose respect for you.
She's absolutely correct. One of the reasons why women don't appreciate a lot of us men is because of the two things that she said. We don't stand, like we used to say, stand on your square. We don't have boundaries. And we're not willing to walk away. A woman can slap you on the back of your head and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You gonna go on, girl, with that, go on with that. You will sit up there and let a woman empty your bank account. You a fuss, but you ain't going nowhere. She got caught cheating for the third time. You ain't going nowhere. I know dudes that are raising other men's kids. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Your wife cheated or your girlfriend cheated. She got the dude pregnant and you stayed. I mean, she had the dude's baby and you stayed. Or here's the other one that's going to really hurt your feelings. Some of you dudes are paying child support for children that you scared to find out that ain't your shorty. You didn't think men will go talk men conversation on this channel? You need to go to another channel. You think I'm stupid enough to not know that a lot of you dudes, the reason why you didn't go get that DNA test for the court, because you did not know, you didn't want to know the truth. You knew you loved whores. You was in love with a whore. That whore cheated on you, but you love the baby so much you don't want to know the truth if that's your kid or not. I know several dudes like that. That have no problem. They will pay that child support, but they never want to know the truth if that's their kid or not. And some of you dudes, we got 75 people in here. I bet you it's a couple of y'all in here that's just like that. When that baby was born and you saw that pretty little girl, they didn't look like none of your family. She 12 years old now. She don't act like she ain't got none of your DNA as far as behavior. She don't act like your grandma. She don't act like your mom. Don't look like nobody in the family. You will pay that child support with a smile on your face and will be a part of that statistic of the 30% of men that they say that are paying child support and the child is not theirs. But there's a percentage of that percentage of men that don't want to know. You don't want to know. I got a couple partners like that. Everybody knew that they girl was slaying that coochie. She come up, one of my partners, she came up pregnant. And to this day, he pays the child support and he let you know, I don't want to know the DNA. I don't want to know the results. Don't tell me the truth. I'll raise him. Don't tell me. But true story. And his father raised 2 kids outside of, he was married, while his wife was an at-home wife. Church woman, loves the Lord. In their 30s, now they're in their 60s and 70s now, but in their 30s, she cheated with one of the guys in the church, got pregnant. The dude's father took care of the child anyway. She's still in the church, love the Lord, true story, gets pregnant again by another dude that this guy knows in the church. So while he's working, his at-home wife has had 2 children by 2 dudes that he personally know in the church. And he raised them both. So when it was the next generation's turn, the son, who everybody was telling him, hey man, your girl throwing her coochie out there, bruh. The son said, I don't want to know. I'll just pay the child support. This is my son. I don't want to know the truth. Why? Because the daddy had lied to himself, and that's all he saw. So when it was the son time to lie to himself, The son was lying to himself to this freaking day. True story. True freaking story. And these people that I know. This ain't no story that I heard of. These are people that I know. I know the kids. Those two kids that was born from extramarital affairs. I know generation number 2 when he didn't. I was there when he didn't want to do the child support exam, the DNA test. I don't want to know the truth. I don't want to know the truth. These are people I know. And I know it's a lot of dudes out there just like that. Yep, generational simps. Generational beta males. Handed down from generation to generation. True story. Do you think that generation 1, that she appreciated her man, all the hours that he was putting in at the plant? Hell no. That's why she was throwing that coochie around in the church. What about generation number 2? Did you think she appreciated that dude, the son? While she was throwing that coochie around, and probably 9 times out of 10, all of us know that's not his baby. Everybody knows. I mean, everybody knows that that's not his shorty. But he don't want to do the DNA test to prove it. Yeah, I'm the same way, Alan. I'm the same way. Fuck that. He said, I was once one of those beta males at one point. Many of us had our simp moment in life. He said, thanks to Kevin Samuels and Average Man Unplugged. Shout out to Average Man again. He said, got out of that mind. He said, out of that mindset. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Reese, for real. It is not called for. Says 25% of Jamaican men are raising someone else's child. I heard about that one. Are raising someone else's child called jacket, meaning the child is not yours. How you gonna live and learn when you're raising somebody else's kids? Or you raising a child that you know 9 times out of 10 is not your kid. That I don't see no lesson in that one, Kobe. But I do see the lesson in paternity fraud is a crime. Yeah. But the courts don't care, Kobe. If the dude's paying child support, you know the courts don't care as long as the money keep coming in. Yeah, they don't care. Let's go to back to the video.
Do you think that women know how to treat men in relationships?
Absolutely not. No chance.
Okay. And that is literally just saying to a man, like, I respect you. Thank you so much for the hard work that you've put in.
Yeah. And I think it's that simple. It's not an overcomplicated question. We both provide and, hey, just say thanks for whatever the hell it might be. Mm-hmm. Or, you work 80 hours a week. From her side, you're never home. From your side, you're like, do you have any idea what's going through my head? I'm trying to provide a lifestyle. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. But it's not reciprocated of, hey, I understand what you're doing for us. It's, oh, you're just doing it because that's what you want to do. You don't want to be home.
If he stopped working, what do you think the outcome would be?
Probably not good.
Yeah. Imagine that being in the back of your head at all times.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
No matter how.
Before we go to that one, Andrea and I were talking about that the other day. And I was telling her, as a provider of this family, she just does not understand. It wasn't negative. We were just having a regular conversation. I said she'll never understand until she probably becomes a mother what it's like to have your mind constantly thinking about every little detail, what needs to be done in a home or what needs to be provided for. Most women don't understand the mindset of when we are working, all you truck drivers, all the hours you put on the road, what's going through your mind for your family to provide, to be a provider. There are some dudes that have the luxury of laziness. There are some brothers that have the luxury of just being one lazy motherfucker. And there'll be some fat chick that'll be with him to the end of days. But as for the rest of us, our mind is constantly going non-stop if you're a family man or a good man. It's one thing for your brain to be going non-stop to make sure that you are on point. But to make sure that your brain is going non-stop to provide for your family, most women do not understand the mental fortitude it takes to be a man that's a provider. They'll never understand that. Even if you got money, you still don't feel like it's you happy, but you still have drive for other things. Shout out to Tevin in the building. Tevin says this. He said Iceland got that APP. Yeah, I heard about that. I met an Iceland girl 2 years ago. Yeah. I've been following relationships and dating in Iceland. It's a whole different ball game there. He said, nice suit. Looks like a deacon of the church. Thank you very much, kind sir. Thank you very much, Joseph. I appreciate that, brother. Kobe says this with the $5 super chat. Kobe says, it's a global awakening for men around the world. We're no longer, this is true, we're no longer tolerating bad attitudes, behavior, and treatment. We are now saying no. This is absolutely correct. And one of the ways that we're saying no, we're showing women that you got competition, boo. It used to be we were stuck in the States and we just had to deal with it. Now we are showing women, you don't want to respect me. You don't want to just bring me a cup of water. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it no more. I will never ask you or wait for you to give me a cup of water ever again. You ain't got to worry about it because you got competition. I got a passport and you got competition. And if the female in Thailand don't want to do it, don't worry. I'll shoot to the Philippines. And if the female in the Philippines don't want to do it, guess what? I'm over in Cambodia. I ain't got no problem with going to Malaysia. I have no problem with scoop my butt over to Japan. There's global competition now. Global competition. So when you dudes do that, so when the dudes in the States do that scarcity thing, I love you, girl. Ain't nobody like you. I'm gonna hurt myself if I don't have you. Shh. I wished up knowing that I got a passport and I can try. Man, please. Please. It ain't no pain that a woman in the United States should be able to give y'all. Say this again. If you got a passport, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, there should be very little to no pain that a woman in the States can give you. A breakup, yes, that's a lot of pain. Having to see your kids only on the weekends, that's painful. I understand that part. But I'm talking about like continual year in, year out pain. Oh, hell no. I got a passport. You got competition, boo. You got competition. It's global competition now. I ain't got to be doing all that. Irma, come home. Shower stuff. That's in the movies now. That's in the movies now. Them days are over. And if you one of them lames that's still in the States and you think that you got to delete yourself or hurt somebody else or delete them because of a woman in the States, what? Man, please. Please. It ain't a man, please. It ain't a woman on the planet I'm gonna do all that for. But in the States, especially. My man Reese says, he said, there's a whole world that God created in 7 days and 7 nights. Why not travel and experience the wonderful earth God made? Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Amen, says Big Pit. Amen. Let's get back to the videos, gentlemen. We're almost done.
Good of a man you are, you will never be good enough for an immature woman. Some women cannot appreciate good men, and it's not your job to love them until they do.
She made an excellent point. An immature woman would never, ever, ever appreciate a good man, and it is not your job to hang around until she grow up and start to appreciate you. That's what she just said, and she's absolutely correct.
I don't know what man needs to hear this, but stop taking care of that woman who is not treating you well, not appreciating you, not respecting you. You do not win an award for sticking around. You do not win an award for saving her. In fact, all you are doing is drowning yourself in the process.
There we go. If you're not getting
Women really
appreciated-
don't care about a man's struggles. They wait for the winners. It's why we see women leave relationships 7 or 8 times out of 10. And it's not because he's a winner. It's not because he's chasing excellence and accomplishing great things in his life. It's usually because things aren't working out for him.
Yep, absolutely.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
To answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative. I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back. You know, and marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back. You know, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, you know, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. You know, the people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there, because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you. You know, and that's what I wanted to get you to see. So I'm sorry if it hurt. You know, I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
Thank you.
Let's pause right there for a second. Reese says, few words mean so much. What a wonderful message. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Alan says, most men are in prison now over a crusty woman. Did you know that I just came across this stat? I need to verify it. 60% of all men that are incarcerated, it goes back to, in one way or another, a woman. I want that to sink in. Whether you would try to make money to impress women, whether you did something to a woman, whether you did something because of a woman, she cheated on you, or you hurt somebody else because she cheated on you, or you one of those dudes that was kind of like, or unless they were one of those guys that were socially awkward and women put them down and talked about them so bad in high school, so all of a sudden they start putting their hands on women in a negative way. 60% of men are in jail right now, and it all comes back in the pyramid, in the upside down pyramid, because of a woman. Not because of money, because of a woman. One thing that we're trying to get, Andrea and I try to showcase on this channel, is that you don't have to lose your manhood and who you are as a man to have a good woman in your life. That's one of the things that me and Andrea, I kid you not, we try our best to show an example of, I don't have to be a thug to get a good woman, and you don't either. I ain't got to be abusive to have a good woman, and you don't either. I ain't got to be just spending all my money on Andrea or on a woman, and you don't have to spend all your money on a woman either. Andrea and I try to show on this channel that you can have a good woman and still be a good man, and life is still going to take care of you, look out for you. We don't walk around like we're a perfect couple, but we let you guys know that good things are on the horizon for many of you, including us. So once again, this topic is about appreciation. He said, remember in the Bible, it says that you are not a prophet, and prophet is not honored. That's what it says, is not honored in his own country, in his own hometown. Remember that. That's so true. So true. He said, if women are not down for you, like Rod Tidewolf's wife, I wouldn't, you guys got stuff going on in the States that I don't know nothing about. Oh, on Jerry Maguire. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got that. I got you. He said, I don't want it. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Now, I know Jerry Maguire, the movie. I know what you're talking about. What scene, how his wife was down with him. I'm with you, brother. Let's get back to the videos.
Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something.
You might as well accept it and embrace it. It is what it is. You try to make it seem like it's something other than that, no matter where you go in the world, it's not. I'm loved by my wife because I am a protector, provider, problem solver, and penis. I have no problem with being those things. Because if I leave my wife, guess what I'm going to end up being anyway? With somebody else. A protector, provider, problem solver, and the penis. Yes, love with a man comes with requirements. It just is what it is. It's not fair, but remember, pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips.
Many men will work 12 to 14 hours a day. They'll come home, only eat dinner, go straight to bed, and do it all over again. Crazy part about it is the amount of women that don't appreciate a man's sacrifice. So many men sacrifice their mental health. They'll come home and not say a goddamn word because they know that they're going to get bitched at or they're not going to be taken care of in the way that they deserve. Someone explain to me what it is that men get in return for being a providing man, other than these narcissistic, nagging, controlling women. And the majority of women are not even attractive enough to be having a laundry list of expectations. Let's just be fucking for real.
I've been feeling like us as men, we unappreciated. Like, like we could do we could be the man, we could do everything, bro. It's just like a simple thank you. That should have make our lives so much better, bro.
Talk to him.
Thank you. I appreciate you for doing this, bro. Take a cook meal. Like
talk to her.
Like, babe, like I know you was working hard.
Yeah, rub my back before work tomorrow.
Let me rub your back. You want me like let me do something special. Like, you know, like
caring. It's about caring for each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I feel for me though.
Absolutely.
Just appreciation.
King, what I'm about to say might fuck up your day, but it'll put a lot of things in perspective for you. You may never fully be appreciated by a woman.
I think we
like,
heard
do you
that
have any
one
idea
already.
what's going through my head? I'm trying to provide
in the hookah spot and on the holes and all this, that, and the third. Your one marriage and get.
Or, you know, you work 80 hours a week. From her side, you're never home. From your side, you're like, do you have any idea what's going through my head? I'm trying to provide a lifestyle. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. But it's not reciprocated of, hey, I understand what you're doing for us. It's, oh, you're just doing it because that's what you want to do. You don't want to be home.
If he stopped working, what do you think the outcome would be?
Probably not good.
Yeah. Imagine that being in the back of your head at all times.
Yeah.
There's so many good dudes out here, man, who done made the change to be the man that they need to be within their marriage and get crucified for it. And this is a perfect example of that, right? Like you'll have women who, when you out there running the streets, you stand out to 3 a.m. and you with the boys every night and at the hookah spot and on the holes and all this, that, and the third, your woman is giving you the best of herself because she's trying to prove to you that she's worth settling down for. And then once you say, you know what? I believe you. I'm going to chill on going out. I'm going to be a domesticated man. I'm going to be about you. I'm just going to focus on what it is that we building. All of a sudden, you boring to her. All of a sudden, she start wilding. She start acting a fool because you're not the man that she was chasing before.
I don't know what man needs to hear this, but stop taking care of that woman who is not treating you well, not appreciating you, not respecting you. You do not win an award for sticking around. You do not win an award for saving her. In fact, all you are doing is drowning yourself in the process. No matter how good of a man you are, you will never be good enough for an immature woman. Some women cannot appreciate good men, and it's not your job to love them until they do.
Women really don't care about a man's struggles. They wait for the winners. It's
Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something.
Many men will work 12 to 14 hours a day. They'll come home, only eat dinner, go straight to bed, and do it all over again. Crazy part about it is the amount of women that don't appreciate a man's sacrifice. So many men sacrifice their mental health. They'll come home and not say a goddamn word because they know that they're going to get bitched at or they're not going to be taken care of in the way that they deserve. Someone explain to me what it is that men get in return for being a providing man, other than these narcissistic, nagging, controlling women. And the majority of women are not even attractive enough to be having a laundry list of expectations. Let's just be fucking for real.
It's okay to be a man.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning, this thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death. And often, literally, the gratitude for that is sorely lacking, especially among the people who should be most grateful. You see university professors, especially of the social justice bent, they take everything they have for granted, failing to understand entirely that there's a massive infrastructure of unbelievably hardworking, solidly laboring, working class men breaking themselves in half on a regular basis, making sure that everything that always breaks works.
Can that Target taught me, unless I'm like a super
We'll stop right there. He's absolutely correct. Men, at the end of the day, we are necessary. Whether women want to admit it and show you appreciation or not. Shout out to man David. I didn't even know this, Dave. You know, I'm from Detroit. Shout out to Matthew Stafford. Andre, look at Matthew Stafford's wife. She said that she slept with his backup quarterback to make him jealous. Rams quarterback / Detroit Lions quarterback, Matthew Stafford. In the words of Kevin Samuels, you cannot make this shit up. For all you guys that want to hang around and hope that someday that you're going to be appreciated and respected by modern women, have fun with that. But as for the rest of us, we are not going to be tolerating it anymore. And since we got passports, we're not going to argue or fuss with them. We're just going to leave. And for those that understand us, so be it. And for those that don't, so be it too. Once again, this is Andrea and Andrea of Andrea and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders. I want to see you guys mañana. See you guys Sunday night. We're going to have a great live stream for you guys. And don't forget, Tuesday, we're going to be interviewing the plumber, the brother that was on the dating game. The balloon popped the balloon. He lost his job because over 500 women called his job and got the man fired. But let's go with the outro. Shout out to you guys. Hope I got all the, let me make sure I got everybody with the super chats. And let me make sure I didn't miss any cash outs because I know how I am sometimes. Make sure I got all that. Okay, looks like we're good. Oh, shout out to my man Victory with the $50 cash app. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Much love. See you in church tomorrow, Victory. We're going to be picking you up for church tomorrow. So Victory will be the first person that came down here to Cali, Colombia. He will be attending church with Andrea and I, mañana. My man, Tevin, says this. He say, as part of the report in regards to Jamaica, Jamaica has the highest rate of paternity fraud. Wow. Paternity fraud in the world, 34.6%. Nigeria is at, I didn't know about Nigeria, 30%. Canada is 2.8%. UK is 1.6%. France is 1.4% of you are not the father. But 34%, goodness gracious, almost 35% in Jamaica, you ain't the daddy. Yet you are raising that child. The issue has increased the call for mandatory DNA tests locally in recent times. I did hear about that as well. That's crazy, Tev. That is crazy. He said, I don't believe the Canadian numbers could be higher. Could be higher. Yeah, 500 women called that man's job and got him fired. Now his GoFundMe is like at 13,000, right around 13,000 his GoFundMe. That's crazy. But let's get ready for the outro, fellas. Okay. Let's let Mr. Tevin, if Tevin is here, which outro are we going to be doing? We're going to be doing the police officer outro, the black Afro-Colombian outro, Colombian sisters, or we're going to do the Colombian women on the horses, the cowgirls. Which outro are we doing today, gentlemen? Mr. Tevin King. Like I said, we're either doing the police woman outro, the Colombian police women, the Colombian black women, or the Colombian cowgirls. Which one are we doing? You got a few seconds before I decide. Let me know. You've seen all three. Yeah, that one with Paola is fire. Are we doing the cowgirls? Let's do the cowgirls as the outro. Giddy up, guys. Let's get ready for the cowgirls. Shout out to you guys. See you guys mañana. Wrong one. There we go. Here we go.
Cancha Chrome heart got me kissing on his best friend. Put in work, baby, you could be my best man. Sending cash to my account, he investing. Dark shades on when I'm off the Migos. He tryna cuff me like a in a Rico. Moving through this like GTA with a cheat code. He claimed that he love me, but before not a freak. I just wanna dance all night. Can't nobody do it just like I. Boy, you got just what I like. Come on, baby, let's kiss, don't fight. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Just say the word, baby, I'ma get you right. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Ain't gotta say it, I know I'm the one you like. Ooh, damn, so the DJ turn the beat up. Got a white boy who be singing like a Beatle. Claim she getting bread, but I heard she doing keto. I don't do drugs, I'ma smoke a little weedo. I can't chase a man for no paper. I just think it's sweet, I'ma show him now or later. I be getting money on the wake up. He a broke boy, tell that get his cake up. Only with dope boys, they the ones who spinning paper, get your weight up. Told him send an Addy and stay up. She's out here mad, told him assalamu alaikum. Who that 5'5", she don't even need no makeup. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Just say the word, baby, I'ma get you right. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Ain't gotta say it, I know I'm the one you like. Big dance. Chrome heart got me kissing on his best friend. Put in work, baby, you could be my best man. Sending cash to my account, he investing. Dark shades on when I'm off the Migos. He tryna cuff me like a in a Rico. Moving through this like GTA with a cheat code. He claimed that he love me, but before not a freak. I just wanna dance all night. Can't nobody do it just like I. Boy, you got just what I like. Come on, baby, let's kiss, don't fight. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Just say the word, baby, I'ma get you right. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Ain't gotta say it, I know I'm the one you like. Ooh, damn, so the DJ turn the beat up. Got a white boy who be singing like a Beatle. Claim she getting bread, but I heard she doing keto. I don't do drugs, I'ma smoke a little weedo. I can't chase a man for no paper. I just think it's sweet, I'ma show him now or later. I be getting money on the wake up. He a broke boy, tell that get his cake up. Only with dope boys, they the ones who spinning paper, get your weight up. Told him send an Addy and stay up. She's out here mad, told him assalamu alaikum. Who that 5'5", she don't even need no makeup. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Just say the word, baby, I'ma get you right. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Ain't gotta say it, I know I'm the one you like.